everybody. Now, we're going to start with some updates. I updated to the very latest version of OBS for the Mac, which is 3.2 something. So this is new. We're testing to see if this one has any bug fixes regarding the streaming. So hopefully we'll be able to stream for more than an hour and a half at a time. So, morning, Kitty. Hello, Andrew. Also, as an idea we're trying, we made EJT, Everyone Just Talks, a link that is open 24 hours a day. And obviously our mods will occasionally come in and check it. So the Gmeet link here is one that you guys can drop in and check on. So we'll see if that works out for people. That's not the link we're using for the morning show, of course. We're using ARG. The EJT is open to everyone. Yes, Scam Ranch. Even you can go on EJT and talk if you want. Will be semi-moderated. It's not going to be like we're going to have a police officer in there 24 hours a day, but it is going to be reset every 24 hours. So tomorrow morning before the show, we'll reset it and start over the next day. So the panel will stay open. There is a whip waiting in the nearest graveyard in Glasgow. What does that mean? It's not really super cold, but he just ran out for a little bit to do what he had to do, and I'm gonna try to bring him in about a half hour. So, but it is certainly chilly this morning. Yes. It's expected. It's winter coming. And now, for those of you who didn't see yesterday night shows, we're hoping they're going to have a more positive experience than that. That was just a mess. Today, we're going to be trying to make some chocolate chip muffins. We got the muffin cups and the muffin pans, and so we'll get started on that as a vertical. But I want to make sure I get a nap in sooner or later because we're also supposed to have a regular night show tonight too. We're supposed to have a regular night show, yes. So that means that we could do that somehow during the night show. Everybody wants verticals for that, so I guess it's going to have to be before the night show. Right, so the night show will probably be starting at 7, so maybe about 5 o'clock or so, we'll try to get the baking in today. It's a very simple mix. Just add milk and stir and make some chocolate chip muffins. So we'll do that today. So I'll do my best not to forget, okay? All right, so in short, let's just say I had a blowout. Okay, emotional, mental blowout, and I was very upset. Lormy was upset about what was going on with some people judging Carmen and me and Lumi, and we did also do a vlog before we did the blowout last night, but it's really nothing I would want to repeat here. Let's just say it wasn't pretty. We still have the stream, it's private, but we have it. So if maybe we can share it to a few people that really want to see it. I look like crap. I did try the lipstick idea, like Gidgy asked. She thought it was pretty good, but she said, yeah, your lipstick was a little light. You need something a little darker than baby pink. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so ARG this morning. ARG for the morning show. And we'll try to keep the morning show uneven keel. Well, what I'm going to just remind nicely is, so what we'd like to do, because we know internet connections come at different speeds for different people, is when you're on the panel, raise your hand if you can, so that me and the co-hostess, which may be Tiger Kitty, it could be someone else, it could be Gidgy, Tiger Kitty, me of course, can at least when we recognize your hand, you get a chance to speak. That's because the internet can vary in speed for different people, and it gets really chaotic to read the panel. Okay, here's Tiger Kitty, first one on. Good morning, how you doing?
Oh,
How's it going?
good. I think you're having an interview today with Gidgy at some point,
Alright,
aren't you?
Noodles is coming up now. Alright, let me get the hosting up on this so we can get the setup so we don't have to worry about that.
So Michelle, I'm gonna tell you something right now. All right, I just talked to those guys over at Fish Tank, and I said, because some of them were here, they were watching, and I said, what didn't you like about it? Okay, and I'm not. I told them I'm not asking you to go over there. I'm not asking you to whatever. And they told me the thing that they did not like about you. All right, they thought you were the star, and they said the thing that they didn't like about you was that you talk about random shit. They said they would rather have you go to like the DMV, maybe go out shopping, maybe doing stuff like that instead of talking about random fucking drama shit on a Discord about Red.
What do you think, Tiger?
Yeah, I agree. It was unwatchable yesterday's show almost, Michelle. It was. It was just ranting about Red.
Yeah. Michelle, I swear to God, I just got done talking to them. I said, "Why don't you go over there?" And they told me why, and it was because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They're like, it's just a bunch of gibberish. The guy goes, "I can do that. I can walk into any gas station in the United States and hear a bunch of gibberish." He goes, I don't want to do that on YouTube. She goes, "I want to see something." He goes, her going out and doing stuff is complete content. Her talking about stupid Discord stuff that they're not even involved with, they're just like, it's garbage.
Right. Yeah. It's garbage for people that are involved or know about it.
Well,
so nobody wants to watch that, Michelle.
Well, that's streams from yesterday. This list is private. They're not public right now, so
Privet.
No one has to see it anyway.
So we need to start thinking of things like, obviously, you're going to do the baking. You're going to interview Tina. Gigi's going to interview you. Things like that. You're going to have to be more structured.
Right. And I think maybe the live streams in the morning, maybe this is like where you promote what you're doing and getting people involved for the vertical live streams where you'll be live actually doing things.
Well, I think, as I said yesterday, was a bit of a train wreck. And I really don't want to keep rehashing yesterday, so...
Thank you.
But, as I said, with Tiger Kitty and Gidgy, is that Red has been saying some things that have caused a lot of emotional distress. And I'd really rather not keep rehashing the Red stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that right now, Noodles. I don't want to keep rehashing this over and over again because you're just regurgitating the same old excrement. We don't need this. I don't need this. No, we don't need this.
Everything with that's it.
Right now, it looks like the latest version of OBS seems to be working okay. Yeah.
Chris says, bring Frank back. He was right. Morning, Chris. Morning, Golden
Morning,
Girls.
Chris. How you doing today? Well, it's going to be a better day today.
We're on ARG.
Well, I did say we're going to try to do the baking today. That was our plans. I've already got the stuff out on the kitchen table.
Okay, that's great. Baking is a great one. Great. You can use your new mixer.
I got the mix, and actually, probably since what it is probably just going to be using my mixing with a spoon so I don't pulverize the chocolate chips.
All right, yeah.
I mean, after all, we don't want to pulverize the chocolate chips, because
You got baking cups. You got baking cups.
Yes, I do. I checked to see if I had those. Yep, I do have those, and I have a measuring cup for the milk, so we're all set with that.
All right, excellent. What time do you want to start making the muffins?
I'm gonna try to get this in about starting at 5 o'clock because we have a regular night show at 7. Or we could just go ahead and continue right into the night show. In other words, we could start either 5 or 7. If we start at 7, then we can't have a regular night show with the panels because it's kind of hard to get those interfaced in with the verticals.
Well, this is gibberish talk, Michelle. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you just lost like a bunch of people. You have the same 12 people, Michelle, come on.
Sorry, we had 2,477 subs last night. We didn't lose people, Noodles.
No, I get that, but come on, Michelle. Let's get it. Let's get more than that, Michelle.
Good morning, Davidus. How are you doing today?
Morning, David. Morning, Sassy Show.
Well, we'll get more than subs today. But like I remember what I said to you Noodles, you weren't at the meeting. But basically we said this is not a drama channel, and I don't want to turn it into one. Okay? But rather, this is a channel that is kind of meant more to be a positive channel for YouTube. Maybe it don't bring in as many views, but this channel really could turn YouTube into a model of YouTube that could be a positive channel that people want to come to. Not, feel like that they're going to dread coming to.
All right, what's so different about you than, let's say, anyone else, Michelle? I mean,
well, I don't know if there's anything different about me other than the fact that I've already said that over and over again already. It's not like it's a new thing. I've been saying that from the very beginning. I'm not interested and focused on drama. And if you saw yesterday, that was drama incarnate. And nobody wants to go through that every day. I don't. And I meant it. I was very, very upset. And I'm not going to deny I was upset, because I was upset for a reason. Maybe
introduce yourself.
If Tiger Katie wants to explain it, I'll let her explain it. Because I'm not.
Nobody wants to know.
Yeah.
Nope.
We've been over it and over it and over it. Everyone's sick of hearing about it. Let's just move on, Michelle.
Introduce yourself, Michelle.
My name is MicheleMarieDalene. I'm the North American Snow Queen. My season starts on December 21st, Universal Coordinated Time, until around March 20th of around midnight, Universal Coordinated Time. I'm one who maintains the weather of the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and Ireland. By nature, I'm a kindred spirit. I'm a Virgo. I got a heart the size of Texas or Alaska. My channel is morning shows like this one is more focused on being a kind of a gathering of people to get together and hang out and have a relatively good time. You bring your beverage of choice, because obviously I don't serve coffees. You have to get your own coffee. We are a show that's open to anyone to be part of the side chat, and a few people that have been given invites are on our morning panels When you hear us say a 3-letter code like ARG, if you have the just you can look up the code.
Michelle, tell everyone about like your hermaphrodite, you're legally blind, stuff like that.
Right, I'm going to do that too. Just give me a second. I am an intersex hermaphrodite, primarily female, legally female. I am registered blind with vision in my left eye at 2200, and vision in my right eye is 2400, if not worse, because of the cataract in my right eye. I have a broken patella on my left leg, plus other leg issues in my left leg, plus hip problems in my left leg. However, I am completely ambulatory. I can walk with mostly on my own, but I do have a walker I use for longer distances. And I have Asperger's, which is a part of the autistic spectrum as specified under the DSM-5. And basically, I'm a person with both physical and developmental disabilities. But I'm also I'm very sensitive. I'm a very emotional person, even if I don't always let it be seen. I love art. I love creating music I don't have a band, so I create music using AI software. And you can check out Michelle's music on the playlists on my channel if you want to hear some of the music.
Morning, Frankie.
Nigger.
Knock it off.
Nigger.
Monkey, stop.
Nigger.
Monkey,
stop.
Nigger.
Monkey, stop.
Why is he doing that today? Oh, wait, see, that's even Punky Star.
Why did he get the ARG link?
Punky Star's been on ARG the whole time. It's people like this that is the reason I get extremely upset, because this is the kind of stuff that gives me limited no ads. And I'm a monetized channel. I do my best to make sure my channel is in compliance with YouTube.
Michelle, maybe we can think of or ask people things they want you to do on the verticals today. Maybe we can get something set up for the vertical today.
We do. We got the baking stream today.
Okay, so we're going to be baking, and then what else?
Well, just general chat, just kind of like we're doing right now. But no panels, though, because, as like I said, it's very hard to integrate panels right now into my vertical streams. It is hard, because where are you going to put the camera? You're going to have to, if I put the headphones around the phone so they can hear the chat, then I can't hear the chat.
Well, there are times when I think you need somebody with you when you're doing your vertical. Yesterday, you could have knocked it out of the park if you'd have done a panel.
Yeah, but then yesterday at the time, I wasn't exactly in any mood to do a panel because of the craziness. So.
Morning, MJ. I didn't see you. Sorry.
Hi, how you doing, MJ? Good morning to you.
Oh, morning, Mojo.
Mojo, good morning to you too.
Knock it off, Yam.
David S is here. Andrew S is here. And Mr. Goodwrench is here. So, like I said, as far as my shows being kind of basic, yeah, they can be. That's why we have been trying.
All right, so Michelle, you talked about the show. Why don't you talk about what happened last night with the fight? Did you watch the Tyson Paul fight or whatever fucking crap shit that was.
I don't know much about the fight, honestly, but because I didn't watch it. All I know is I can go by the stats that I saw is that Paul supposedly was the better fighter. That's all I know. I don't watch sports, so I couldn't go into detail.
So I saw clips of it, and it kind of looked like. I'm gonna be honest. I think Jake Paul didn't beat him up on purpose. Because the guy definitely got winded after. I fast forwarded through everything, and I saw him like toward the end of the I guess the fourth round or whatever. The guy was exhausted. You could tell how old he was. It was kind of sad,
Who, Jake Paul or Tyson?
Tyson. Like you got to remember, he's an old man. He's an old man now, and
yeah, I know he is.
He put on a good show, but you could tell certain parts of his body didn't work correctly.
Star Pines, were you just up here saying the N-word?
Why is he doing that today?
No, I don't think it's him, Michelle.
I don't think it's him either.
You know who it is. That little shit. If I get my hands on that little shit, I'd spank his ass so hard. Fucker.
You know where he lives, right?
No, I don't. No.
I don't know where anyone knows.
But I know people that do, so he wants to pack it in.
So now I gotta go ahead and appeal this stream later on. I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go see if it's already gotten yellow so I can get an appeal now. Guys, I didn't encourage that hate word, and they consider it hate crime. YouTube is weird that way.
So, because he's done that, you won't get monetized. And now you got to go and take it out. Michelle, you need a link for the panel that no one else has, and you got to tell people not to give it out.
We keep giving out new links. We have IZT.
Not today, I mean, but we need one that doesn't get. This is why people are like, what does it matter if the link gets out? That's why.
Yeah. Well, why can't we just create a new one every day? I don't understand that. Is it difficult?
Getting it out to everyone. Not everyone's in Discord. I don't have people's emails.
It gets out. You know what I mean? Like, I can just tell me who you want to give it to.
Well, then we're kind of relying on you. It's not fair on you.
I mean, you want me to
give you Tina's fucking phone number?
No. No. Bad enough.
See, News, you talk about stale content. What about that? That's stale content. It's stale content, but they keep doing it. And I'm wondering why these people are so childish. I don't get it.
Bergs was going off again, Tiger. He was begging you to go back to me on Mark's panel. I never go to Mark's. Never have. Why would I go back to somewhere I don't go? Someone sent him a pizza, I think, because he was messaging me a few days ago saying, did you send me a pizza? Who sent me a pizza? Who sent me a pizza? It wasn't me.
He's saying it was me. He goes, oh, my phone number was attached to the fucking receipt or some bullshit. I don't even respond to that fat fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
I mean, I've got him blocked. The only way he could message me is he obviously found he had my email.
Well, anyway, originally, by the way,
Berg was begging me to tell you to go back to him.
By the way, the press secretary now, it was nominations also been given out to another person, a woman now. So Alex Jones, I guess, I don't know if he's still in the running or not. But now there's a female that's also been given the opportunity as well, a blonde-haired woman for the United States press secretary.
Press secretaries always have to be hot. I'm going to be honest with you. That's like the first thing It's got to be a fuckable woman that everyone wants to like. They don't want to hear any of this shit. They want to look at a hot chick and maybe they'll pick up on a few words. Because every single time I watch these like press secretaries, it's like, all right, it's an old white man. I don't want to see it. If it's some like blonde chick, yeah, I want to fuck her. Hot redhead, yeah, I'll fuck her. You know, black chick, yeah, fuck her.
I don't know. I mean, she looks like the photograph I saw on Fox News. She looked pretty good. I don't really know what her credentials are. I'm really like how this much experience does she have handling a large group of reporters all yelling questions at her at the same time. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to do that job. Imagine, if you will, a panel of, say, about 100 people screaming questions at you at the same time. It takes a special person to do that. I definitely think Alex Jones could handle it, yes. But I don't know if he's still in the running or not. I know he said he was interested in the job. The job was offered to him. He said yes. But right now he's trying to deal with the Onion thing, which is the courts believe that the sale of InfoWars to the Onion is considered illegal. He has pushing against the illegal sale of InfoWars to the Onion. So I'll have to see what happens with that court case, because he's not the one who wants to sell InfoWars to the Onion.
Well, it was at a public auction, right? That's what it was.
It was a public auction, but there was something in the auction that was not proper, and the courts.
Because I think the families had say who bought it, which was weird. That means that they were wanted this entity to buy it for some reason, and it went for like the lowest bid too, which means that they're trying to basically get all of this guy's assets. So let's say a car is worth $100,000. Someone could place a bid for $10. They'll get it. He's just going to run out of shit to sell. They're going to make him completely broke.
Right. That's what they tried to do with the Sandy Hook civil case. And so the point is that the judge has basically said, at this point, no sale. As they believe there's some illegal stuff going on, and the courts are looking into it right now. I mean, I think that the way Alex Jones is being treated, in some cases, is really not fair. I can't describe to you how much it upsets me. I mean, because I'm not Alex Jones. I'm just a small fry. But some of the stuff that they've done to him on social media is just reckless.
So my question about this whole fucking opinion versus news, whatever. Most of what CNN does, most of what Fox News does, and ABC, NBC, there's opinions. There's news, and then there's opinion pieces. Why is it that this guy, out of everybody, okay, got fucking nailed for this? One guy, when there's a whole entity, like a whole conglomerate out there doing this to people all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
And if you can do that to Alex Jones, then what's stopping anyone from doing it to CNN and fucking ABC and Fox? And then you're not going to have any freedom of speech whatsoever.
Right.
These people are crazy. They're fucking crazy.
And then it primarily is the ones on the left that are pushing this. I'm not saying there isn't possibly a few on the right, but there's just more of a leftist agenda to censor free speech. And if you look at what's going on right now, you got Democratic states and cities saying that they're not going to accept that Donald Trump won the election fair and square. They are still like, now they say they're gonna fight. They're gonna go ahead, rally, take it to the streets because Trump won it fair and square. And I think that's very scary because I I told this in 2016 that's what I was concerned was going to start happening was an American second revolution, civil war, civil war, because people are getting so aggravated, and the people on the far left are stirring up the pot, and they know it, and people know it. And people fairly voted and said, we want a change of regime and we want to get rid of this far left stuff.
Michelle, last night I got the cops called on me for being out in public, recording out in public, and when I talked to the police, they said, "Well, this woman felt uncomfortable." I said, "What do you mean?" They go, "Well, you got to remember, she's a woman out by herself. You're a guy with a camera." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a camera. It's a fucking phone. I have my phone out.
Right.
So did she."
Right.
Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Why are you guys even here? Michelle, these people complain about everything now, Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Absolutely. Remember we had experience in Greenwich with the Dunkin' Donuts. It's the same thing.
So here's the thing, Michelle. That whole thing was over the fact that I have the right, as an American citizen, to film in public, and someone felt uncomfortable, and therefore the cops show up, all right, because I'm participating in constitutional right. Michelle, this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why the hell people are just. I think that woman should have been arrested for calling the cops. It's an infringement.
It was in a
like
public
all those Sandy Hook parents should be hung upside down and shot.
Oh, really? Yeah, I agree. I mean, this situation is just getting out of control. I mean, like, if you're in a public street and you're taking pictures of a public street, and she happens to be there, and you're not taking pictures of her specifically, so why is she complaining? I bet she's got a phone in her purse too. She probably.
She was out filming with her daughter. But my point is that even if she doesn't, even if I am taking a picture of her, I'm allowed to do that.
Right, you're allowed to take pictures.
There's no expectations of privacy in public whatsoever.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, is that some of the people on the far left think, that they have, I mean, sure, okay, if you're uncomfortable, lady, I get it nicely. You could have asked Noodles and said, hey, sir, could you please make sure not to record me and my daughter, because we don't want to be on your pictures. That would have been fine. Okay, but she also is being conditioned saying, oh, well, concerns about rape and crimes against me and my daughter. Here I see this guy with a beard and, shooting a...
So the only thing that I could have been arrested for doing that is disorderly conduct. For participating in a constitutional right. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
That would be like me going to a voting booth, voting a way that someone doesn't want me to vote, and the cops call up and say, that person is making me feel uncomfortable. Okay, disorderly conduct. For participating in a constitutional right that everyone gets to participate in. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit.
Because the leftists don't want you to have the constitutional right. Yet at the same time, they want to defund the police. And they want to allow people to rob stores.
I think it's the Trump hat.
If it is the Trump hat, though, that's even more of a reason for these people to go fuck off and be arrested for harassment.
You have a right to wear that hat.
Yeah, I have a right to do whatever I want. Okay, so according to the state of New Jersey, okay, public restrooms are you're supposed to have reasonable privacy in a public restroom. Same thing with a changing room or a locker room or even a office of business. Like, so if you have a business office, you have expectation of privacy.
Right.
But when you're in like an establishment like a restaurant, all right, nobody's putting in earplugs. Now we have fucking phones. We're talking to people. We're creating videos, taking pictures of our food, of our experiences, and sharing them out. These people should not be fucking able to call the police and complain about this. It's just stay the fuck home.
I
You
think
take
the
photos
police
when you're
should
at parties,
be.
take videos, you take.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, they can take down your video. But the thing is that I agree with Noodles. I mean, come on, everybody has a phone in their pocket. Most of us now do. I do. You do. You know. The thing is that I think it goes back to if you really don't really want to be surveilled in any way. Number one, how come the people in the UK are not complaining about the fact that the United Kingdom has so many thousands of street security cameras on poles watching
Michelle,
every
it's the same. It's the same here. When I was at that restaurant, Michelle, those people that were complaining, they were all being recorded by the business owner. They don't even know why they were being recorded. They don't know what that business owner is doing with those recordings. No idea. They think that because I have a camera and maybe a Trump hat that I'm up to something bad, or like they don't like me, or whatever. It's like, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here.
But we're not. The Trumpers are not trying to cause problems. We don't really want to see that kind of problems.
He said it's the same conversation every day. You're welcome to join the panel, change the conversation, chip in, add your part to it.
Nah, she won't do it. Nah. Okay, maybe. Nah.
Well,
Yeah. She's so scared of weirdos, but she's trying to tell these weirdos what to do. Hey, give me a break.
She came up once and she was fine.
Who are you talking about exactly?
E.
E-A-K-A Hazel.
Yeah, E doesn't want to come on panel, and I've asked her to come on. She has this link. But then again, given what YouTube is becoming, I don't particularly disagree with that.
And stay off YouTube. Stay off YouTube. Stay off social media. The same people that complain about all this shit, right? Post pictures of their kids online. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fucking break. Fucking idiots. Idiots.
Michelle,
why is it so bad to be just a viewer? No, there's nothing wrong with being a viewer. Absolutely not. I love my viewers. I mean, the ones that quietly watch the show.
She's not a viewer. She's a commenter. She's commenting.
Nah, I know, but still, I'm commenting back.
If you're gonna make a comment, it's got to be like a reasonable comment. Like, you can't just be like, whatever. It's like, then come up and do something. You can't just say like the N-word over and over again if you're a commenter.
Yeah. Help us. Do you know how difficult it is to sit up here with Michelle every day? Going over the same stuff?
Well, we don't always cover the same stuff. Some days we cover other things. It depends.
I know, but there's a lot. I agree. She's right, but we have to. It's part of. There is no structure to this show. Well, and that's probably why we like it.
This morning show never.
The only goddamn structure of the show, E, is when she gets outside. This show, what she does here, should be promotion for something she's about to do. She don't want to do it. She wants to do this as a bullshit fucking show, talk about fucking crap that goes nowhere, all right? And nobody likes it. And she doesn't realize that. She loves it anyway. I don't know, E. Tell her to get out, E. Tell her to go to Manhattan.
He says she's trying to help.
I understand you're trying, and you're not trying to complain. I get that, and I know that you're trying to interact with the conversation. I agree with you. We need to try to get some more people to read the side chats too, because the side chats are just as much a part of the show as is the panel. And we need to try to get them more into the show somehow.
Morning, Mrs. Solo. Well, let's use this. Michelle will be doing a cooking show later.
Yes, I did say that already.
Promote it, Michelle. Promote it.
And that's originally was gonna do that about 5 o'clock. Do a vertical for about an hour, then go do the regular night show at about 7 o'clock. And right now, I'm also going to remind you nicely, guys, to make sure to see if we have any more glitches. It's already 10:44. So if by 11:44 or 11:30 the stream ends, then we know that the glitches are still there. So we're checking it out, guys. We have put the newest version of OBS up. We have, we're not using, we are using Restream.io, but we're not using TunnelBear. Bodrix is in the wings, but it's not being used right now. And I want to find out if it's really, and we're not using T-Mobile, we're using Frontier. So we're going to try to find out if there's some reason why we're seeing this recurring hour-and-a-half streaming problem. All the software is the latest software versions. Okay. But as far as the morning shows, they do have a structure, which is, it's basically an informal gathering of people. We get together, we talk about things like the news and Jake Paul and other things that come up. And that's what we do. That's what the whole morning show is supposed to be about. If you want a structured topic, like the baking, it's kind of a structured topic, and that's coming up later on today. And also we do the vlogs, which are also structured topics. That's all I
So
can...
you show no clips. You show nothing like that. You don't play clips. You don't show pictures. Nothing like that.
Well, Michelle can't. Michelle could, but she doesn't because there's a lot of reasons why.
Yeah, I know, but that's another reason why no one really gives a shit.
Well, in Michelle's channel, she prefers not to go into the clips thing because it drives her absolutely batshit crazy. Trying to get all the clips together. So, also she
Michelle,
doesn't
you said
want...
the same thing about verticals. You said that drove you crazy, Michelle. Now you love it.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I grudgingly accept that it's a thing, okay? But here, let's talk about the verticals real quick. The viewer engagement sucks in the verticals. We're not getting 15, 20-minute engagements like we are right now. We get...
Okay, Michelle, what is this 15 and 20-minute engagement doing for you? Just out of curiosity. You didn't gain any more subs with these 15, 20-minute engagements. You weren't making any more money with these 15 and 20-minute engagements. You've been doing it for fucking how many years? Getting the same kind of engagements, Michelle. Done nothing for you. As soon as you start vertical live streaming with your 25-second engagements, right? You're making hundreds of dollars. You're getting fucking thousands of views.
Right, Romney,
Tens of thousands of views.
Braun, I agree with you. What you just said.
And you're making you're getting new viewers.
Loads of new subs. Loads.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Viewer engagement. Fuck your viewer engagement.
Yeah, who cares, Michelle?
Stick up your ass.
I gained a lot more than that last night, honey. I had gained over 30.
Wow.
And that stream was a train wreck. And I gained over... I ended up ending the show with 2,477 subs. That's 2,477 subs. From 2,428 subs. So you're talking a lot more. Like 45, 48 subs last night.
I hate to say this, Michelle, because I love coming on your channel, and I love talking to Tiger, I love talking to Gidgey and you and everything. But Michelle, if you just fucking kept doing your verticals instead of the panels, you would get double the subs, double the subs, probably quadruple the views, and I guarantee you by summertime you could be in the tens of thousands of subs.
Parasola Row over here. Let's make sure we get the right message here. Where is it? Parasola said, that's red. Okay. He says, Michelle, if my wife and I gave you a couple things for your Amazon wish list, will you do an unboxing? Yes. Absolutely. I would do an unboxing.
Yeah. Parasolo, we need to look at the wish list first. We shall take the swimming costumes off the wish list.
Actually, the wish list right now, because we don't have Nightbot on, I can't show you the wish list. The thing is, though, because Red Stoner told me to turn off the Bytes Botrix, and so now we can't get you the wish list.
So like, I mean, like, no offense,
Well,
but like,
yes,
what's
you
on the
can.
wish list? Like,
So,
fucking headphones, whatever. No one cares about that. No one cares about the goddamn headphones. Or if you're getting a new wire or cable or plug, Michelle, no one gives a shit. I mean, what the fuck?
well, I don't know. I don't. Noodles, I really wish you wouldn't use language like you were using, because that gets the algorithm so upset. I know, I'm not trying to be a candy butt, but the truth of the matter is they don't want the F-bombs used. They don't want the N-bombs
I've already
used.
said the F-bomb already as well.
Alright, here's the wish list. I gotta get on the computer.
Tiger, can we possibly go over what's on the wish list? I mean, we could rate out.
I'll bring up the wish list. Let's have
Yeah.
a look. See.
So we can see how boring this wish list is.
I got it right here. Hold on a minute. I just got it posted in here. Okay, hold on a minute. Paste. Hit enter.
Hi, Mr. Duke. Michelle, Mr. Duke's here. David Duke. The Honorable David Duke, Michelle.
Yeah, I know, David. Like I said, yeah, they have to work with her abilities quiz. Yeah, they do. Michelle is a good person, but unfortunately, a lot of people do forget that Michelle does have multiple handicaps that she has to work within limitations of. You know, I mean, it's not a complete wish list, but you know, I think it's there's a lot of inexpensive things on the wish list that have been on the wish list for a while that have been kind of.
Michelle, can you pull it up?
Yeah, I can pull it up. Okay. Hold on a minute.
Thank you, Mr. Duke.
I'm gonna go to the panel here. Alright, I got it. So, did you just open 2 windows, Amazon? I did. I only need 1. I know. Okay. So, just get the 1 window up. Yeah. Okay. Let me set it up again, because it was on the wrong window. It's a good wish list. It's a little bit out of date. But it's not because of lack of trying. It's just that the things that are still on it are things that I really, really still would like to get. Let's see here. What is it? Window capture. Still clean. Discord. Amazon. There you go. Okay. Dated in. Okay, so this is the wish list. Now let's go through this because there's so many that don't want to spend a lot of money. So let's sort this by lowest price first. Okay. And there are things on this wish list that are not that expensive. I mean, some of these things I've been looking. This is similar to the purple one they have here. This is the white one, which would match great with my winter dress that we use for the concert.
What is that, Michelle? What is that?
It's a headdress.
Thing. Headband with peacock feathers, like for dancing.
Well, that she will only wear when she dances, right? She'll never wear it outside.
There's a dance dress on there as well.
And there's the action camera right there.
Cameras.
I mean, these things are under $30. These are, you know, something that could easily be purchased. The reason we stopped adding items to the list is because they sit there for months and no one looks at them.
So Michelle, why do you have no problem showing this, but you won't show a fucking clip, or you won't show like an article or anything like that?
An article? An article for what?
Well, I mean, you just said that bringing up clips and everything like that drives you crazy, but you're okay with bringing this thing up.
Because I have to basically put buttons, one clip on every single web window I would have to have open to go to different pages. I'd have to put them all into my Stream Deck. Every single one of them is a button so I can slap it real quick to get to them. And especially when they're dynamic like web pages, that takes a little longer because they change. So one day I might be showing something from, say, the National Weather Service. The next day I might be showing something from Fox. Next day I might be showing something from CNN. Next day I might be showing something from Food Network, or the Cooking Channel. That means that I have to keep changing the wish list or the selections every day. And also, we have to deal with the stupid DMCA over and over again, which drives me crazy. So certain things, like music, has to be stripped out. We can't have certain.
I didn't know, Michelle. Okay, all right, I didn't know. I had no idea.
The thing is, Michelle wants her monetization. Okay, so she doesn't want any N-words. She wants to keep that monetization.
I want to keep it monetized and in good standing.
$100 donated on this stream, she still wants them.
Now, if we were on Kick only, you guys can cuss and swear and fart and poop and pee and whatever, and no one would care because Kick doesn't quite get into that as much as YouTube does. And I am monetized on Kick too. But, it's not the same kind of monetization. It's just basically you just get super chats. Actually, memberships.
Thank you, David Duke.
It's different environment. And so therefore I can have more flexibility.
Michelle, why don't you start pushing David Duke's channel? He's a great YouTuber.
I don't know much about the David Duke show.
He only has one sub.
Would David Duke like to give me a little bit of discussion about the show?
Be a great YouTuber with one sub.
Oh, that's a fake. That might be one of his many accounts, Michelle. He's a humongous YouTuber.
He screams Yam Ranch, to be honest, the way he talks about blacks. I reckon you got a Yam Ranch in there.
Yeah. I mean, so anyway, these are inexpensive things on a watch list. That the keyboard is kind of cute. It's a cute wired floating gaming keyboard, light up in pink, which is cute because I like pink. And then we have the cups, the things like that, World of Warcraft, Exploring Azeroth. These are books and things. I do like to look at books. So there's a cookbook. There's a camera similar to the camera you bought. That's an action camera, viewfinder on it. It's not that expensive. But the reason I stopped adding things to this is because no one's really interested. They kind of just said, who cares? So I said, fine, you don't care? I don't care. It's just the way it feels. I'm sorry if that sounds apathetic, but it's just...
Michelle, a report from 4 hours ago, okay, from the New York Post, Zelensky states, Ukraine must do all it can for war to end next year through diplomacy. How come now all of a sudden this guy Trump is elected, now they want to talk about ending the war with diplomacy? How come?
Because he knows Trump is just like Tiger Kitty, and he can make it happen where they can finally sit down at the table because people respect Trump's authority. Just like they respect Tiger Kitty's authority.
No, they don't.
Then they're both Geminis. They're both negotiators. They're both communicators. And I think that it's a good thing that Zelensky said he's willing to talk about it and negotiate. I think it's a good thing.
Well, I mean, it's just strange because, it seems like when Biden was president, all we wanted to do was give them billions and billions of dollars for weapons, right? Now all of a sudden they want to talk about diplomacy.
I think the other reason is because he realizes that with Trump, he's not going to be able to go with the international welfare game anymore. Saying, oh, sir, we need more. Yeah? Well, we don't have any more. I'm telling you, sir, we need more. Trump isn't going to do that. He's like, no, we can't afford to give you any more. But you know what? Let's see if we can get you and Russia to sit down at the table and discuss this as adults.
Okay, so Michelle, an article from 5 hours ago from NPR is stating that women stock up on abortion pills and Plan B, fearing new restrictions. They stopped buying tampons. They were complaining about buying tampons, and now they're stocking up, Michelle, stocking up on Plan B and abortion pills. Believe that?
Wait,
These are the same fucking cunts.
What is wrong with women?
They think Trump is going to take away their right in their state to have an abortion if the state has decided to allow abortions.
Well, it's up to them. Move to another state. Move to do what all the fucking do what all the homeless drug addicts did, and move to Oregon.
Right.
See how that works out for you. The losers.
Also, there is one thing that I am glad that Trump has made clear. And some states are starting to rezone their shelters for this, to focus more on our existing homeless population. For too long, we were giving...
Why are women worried about abortions? Why don't they worry about stopping the pregnancy before the abortion?
Why aren't they going
ahead? I want to
ahead?
sit here saying I'm worried about having an abortion, and I'm not even...
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? What I've noticed, it's a bunch of older women who are questionably lesbian, all right, with the same glasses, the same friggin' haircuts, telling young women that their reproductive rights are at risk. They're about to lose their reproductive rights. No one else is saying this except for these questionably lesbian women with thick glasses and bad hair. I'm telling you. And these women that are complaining about it, that are saying, oh my God, your reproductive rights are going to be gone, can't get pregnant to begin with. And nobody's having sex with them. Nobody. Well, it's really strange.
It's true.
Well, let me say one thing for the lesbian community. You also got a lot of that support Trump. So we all know, right? If you're worried about getting pregnant in the first place, don't do it. You can always wear protection. You can always wear a condom. You can always get an IUD. You don't have to worry about in normal circumstances.
Contraception is free, I found out, Michelle, in America. Contraception is free.
Yes, it is.
There's no excuse not to take it. It's free. It's the only thing that is free for everybody.
I'm lazy. These people. You're talking about lazy people, Tiger. People that again. There's so many people on disabilities. Half the country pays taxes. The rest, I don't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? They're not worried. They're not worried about anything. They don't care if they're ripping a life out of them or killing their babies or anything. They don't care. They're slobs. These are slobs.
Right.
And unfortunately, people have the right to be slobs.
But then I think that it's okay if someone makes a mistake. Then they should be allowed to have an abortion, but they should be only allowed one.
Well, they shouldn't be waiting 9 months.
Absolutely.
They should be able to have whatever they want, but my point is that they lie to people about what it is. It's just you guys aren't doing something that's courageous. There's nothing courageous about getting an abortion. I'm sorry.
And
it's a pitiful, disgusting thing, and I'm sorry if anyone ever has to go through it.
And a lot of women that have had abortions feel very bad about it afterwards.
Right.
Okay.
You would think so, but you don't know, Michelle. You have no idea. You know,
I mean, what about if you were forced into sex and got pregnant? I'm going to use it like that.
Oh, right. I mean, that's more of rape than anything.
Well, you can't say that word, Michelle.
No, I am going to say that word. YouTube, it is a valid point. It's a valid word. Someone forces you into something against your will. That is indeed the word we have to use. Now, the thing is, we're not talking about that. We're often talking about one-night stands. A guy and a girl meet in a bar or whatever. He likes her. She likes him. She and him go get a hotel room or make love in the back of his camper or whatever. And she knows that she's putting her, her reproduction on the line. The human body is
Pregnancy.
designed to reproduce. That's what we do. All right? So, if you are truly worried about this and you never want to have kids, go get a hysterectomy, get your tubes tied. Problem solved. Can't go right.
Wait. How many, Tiger? I'm assuming you've had many friends in your life, correct?
Yeah.
You're about my age or maybe a little bit older.
Older.
Okay, out of those friends that you've known in your life, how many of them have ever been raped and got pregnant?
None.
Okay, so according to sexual violence prevention at the CDC.gov, okay,
Yeah.
1 in 20 women in the United States have experienced a pregnancy from rape. Do you believe that?
No, I don't.
I'm with you. I don't believe it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but those numbers, I don't think they're accurate.
No.
I know over 20 women, and none of them have become pregnant from rape. None of them.
Yeah, I don't.
Disclaimer for YouTube, please. We're not trying to come up with fake news. Please do not claim this video is fake news.
This comes from CDC.gov.
Right.
CDC.gov, and it says facts. Facts. 1 in 20 women in the United States have experienced a pregnancy from rape, sexual, I don't know that word, both during their lives, especially over 3 million women have experienced pregnancy resulting from rape during their lifetimes. What? Nearly 5 million women have experienced pregnancy resulting from sexual, what is this? Tiger, you're good at spelling. COERCION. Coercion?
Yeah.
Coercion.
What does that mean?
That means like.
It means basically forced
made
into
you
it.
do something, talked into something. Like, coerced to do it.
Like, oh, baby, come on,
Actually,
baby.
Andrew's right. That probably includes incest.
All right, that's an interesting question, Andrew, but I don't have the statistics on incest.
All right, let me look up the statistics on incest. Let me look it up.
Still, the numbers seem very high.
Very high.
Does anyone in the chat know anybody that's had a baby through being forced?
Okay, molasses is coming up now. Hold on a minute. Let me get my cursor.
Morning, Molasses.
You got it? Okay, good, Molasses. How you doing?
Molasses, do
Not
you
too
know
bad.
any women that have got pregnant by being forced into having sex?
Well, I once did like that morning after pill because like the condom broke with my boyfriend.
Right. That's not because you were forced, though.
Well, actually, I discovered that the condom broke, and after the fact.
Right.
No, but we're saying that 20%, was it 20% of women say that they've got pregnant because they were forced to have sex and a baby.
Oh,
I don't want to say the word.
Forced, not consensual, between you and your boyfriend.
Yeah, unconsensual. So check this out. So they're saying that 1 in 20 women have experienced this, but from KFF.org, all right, they're saying that only 21% of the SA assaults or the sexual assaults are reported. Only 21%, and they're saying one out of every 20 women. How?
That seems weird.
Lies,
Morning comedy
damn
flu.
lies and statistics. There you go.
This is crazy.
MJ says you've got an upcoming vacation with Lisa Linlin. Noodles.
Yeah, well, she hasn't contacted me. Yeah, she hasn't contacted me, so.
Where you going, a pub crawl?
So we want to take her out to Times Square. She wants to go to the Sugar Factory in Manhattan, and I think we're gonna party a little bit afterwards. But I want to get like a bunch of people there. I'm just gonna do it with
I thought it
her.
was gonna be Lisa and like, does Ken live nearby or something?
I wanted to get Ken. want to get Ken, Lisa, Kimberly Starr. I asked John if he wanted to come out here. Watch. No one's gonna show up. No one's gonna show up.
When is it?
How it
I
goes.
don't know. Lisa was talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it with Lisa. It's just, I think it would be better with a bunch of people. All going live, maybe showing it. Having a good time. Times Square, maybe getting a couple drinks, going to the Sugar Factory, and then maybe going to a hotel after that and party a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be accused. I don't want to be accused of getting someone pregnant. Without coercion.
Well, we're coming up on the 30, so let's see if the stream stays running consistently to the end of the show.
Okay, well, it's doing good at the minute, Michelle, so let's not worry about it. You're doing good today as well. You seem back on track.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I think OBS could. I did read the updates, and they said they did update so many MP4 encoders, so maybe because nothing else has changed. We're using the same restream, we're using the same Frontier.
Okay. Good morning, Comedy.
Good morning, Comedy. How you
How you
doing?
Everybody gets a wish. Everybody gets a wish.
Why?
11/11. Everybody gets a wish.
Oh, I haven't got one lined up. Oh,
By
shit.
the way, everybody gets a wish, Comedy Flu, because we have EJT open for everybody to jump in and chat when we're not live, so anybody can come on EJT.
All the agents are welcome out.
And that's
all
the
the
public
agents.
panel.
Why have you changed? What? I mean, this one's out. Why don't you leave this one as that everyone can talk on,
Well,
and then get a new link?
All right, so here's an article. Here's an article from USA Today stating that only 0.5% of abortions or pregnancies are due because of incest.
Right.
Hey, noodles.
Less than 0.5.
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make sense. It's not like it's a big thing.
Turn on.
Because the incest taboo in the United States is so strong that you're not going to see that as being a thing.
Turn on your text-to-speech and play your text messages.
No.
Comedy, come on.
That'd be funny.
Michelle, can you look in your Discord, Michelle? Andrew sent you something in the Discord.
Yeah, I saw the messages from Andrew. I saw the little video he sent me. I didn't get a chance to play it yet. I just... I got the impression it was meant for me only, so I'm going to play that in a little bit, Andrew.
Oh, yeah, I don't mean... Oh, no, he's just told me to tell you to play it.
Where? Here?
In the side chat, Tiger, she will like the video about her baking I DM'd on the Discord. Oh, well... Yeah, just have a look at it after, Michelle. Look at it after, Michelle.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to have a look at it. Like I said, I didn't quite have time this morning when I first started because it kind of ran a little bit late. But I'm going to be looking at it later on before I go take my nap. So, and it's like me and Sarah Gallo had a very fun time last night on ARG. And
we were having a laugh as well, Michelle, when you kept putting the different effects on you. You had the cat on your head.
Yeah, we're having some fun with the effects too. Yeah. And I could still use the effects even here right now if I wanted to. Just don't worry about it right now, Michelle. Let's keep the show from getting crazy. The audience wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Only the people on the panel would be able to see the effects. Right.
Oh, he says it's funny. It's about your baking and Krista. Even Krista will laugh.
Yeah. Well, this time I'm doing the baking, so Krista's not here. She might be here maybe Tuesday, but I'm not baking on Tuesday.
All right, today's baking day. I think it's wonderful. Can't wait.
It's pretty simple, actually. In fact, the 2 muffin tins could actually fit in the toaster oven just as easy as the big oven.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That could fit in the toaster oven. But then you'd have to
You
set.
said you have a problem with them staying in your ears. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll mute myself.
How's D comedy?
That fight was awful last night. It really wasn't a good fight.
Was Molasses. You fell asleep.
From what I heard, it's just more of an exhibition thing. It wasn't really.
There was no blood. There was no big bulging eyeballs.
The women's fight was better than
There's
the main event.
Yeah.
No kicking heads in.
I think it'd be, like I said, I'm not really into fighting, but if you really want to see a fight, why don't you have a Jake Paul versus Hulk Hogan or something, in a WWE type SmackDown? It really, no rules, holds barred, but remember what happened to Roddy Piper after Hulk Hogan was done with him in that cage match back about 2000. I mean, that was... Roddy Piper never survived after that. It was just a mess. He looked like Leroy Brown with a couple pieces gone after Hulk Hogan was done with him. Well, like I said, I do think that, first of all, Jake Paul, from what I understand, isn't really a fighter. I don't know why he wanted to get into the boxing ring.
Hey, Michelle, let me ask you a question. What does Russian asset mean? Like when people call others a Russian asset, what does that mean?
A Russian asset? I'm going to assume it could refer to maybe property, a Russian property that people hold on to.
So according to Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I don't know if you remember that complete fucking fuckface. She's saying that Tulsi Gabbard, the controversial pick for Director of National Intelligence, is likely a Russian asset. According to Wasserman Schultz.
It's kind of related to what I said. It's that she thinks that she's a plant, basically, a Russian plant. I don't think so. Tulsi Gabbard is an American who served in the armed forces. She is an American deep down. There you go with this, again, the leftist spin. We keep seeing it over and over again in the news. And that's what really is.
According to Wasserman, Tulsi Gabbard is someone who has met with war criminals, violated the Department of State's guidance, and secretly, clandestinely went to Syria and met with Syrian President Bashar Assad.
Where is she getting this information from?
I don't know. The same thing, Michelle. I have no idea. And these people, again, they supposedly know things, but now they're saying,
who is this person that's talking all this stuff? Who are they? Where are their sources? Is this like a Russian collusion dossier all over again?
Debbie Wasserman Schultz!
Okay. Who is she, though?
Fuck!
Right. So who is Debbie Wasserman Schultz?
Oh my god. Let me get her Wikipedia.
Don't give me the "oh god" expression. I'm asking you a valid question. Where is she getting this information from?
Don't you "oh god" her.
All right, Michelle. Debbie Wasserman Schultz is a United States representative. All right, she's 58 years old, born in 1966, September 27th. She's frigging very ugly, and she's from Florida. She represents Florida's 25th congressional district, first elected in 2024.
Okay, is she a Democrat? Sounds like it.
Of course, Michelle. Of course.
There you go.
She's ugly. She's that fucking ugly one with the poodle hair. Remember that stupid hair? She had this like frizzy hair that she put like all this like conditioner in it. She looked like a freaking poodle. She's got bitch face too.
I don't know anything about. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure. Something tells me Tulsi Gabbard is not doing any of that. Okay.
Well, they're not just going after Tulsi. They're going after other picks, saying that they're Russian assets now. It's just so ridiculous.
It's the same old crap that they did in 2016. It's.
I know, Michelle. I know these people don't have any.
You talk about circle jerks. They're doing the same old game again. And now I've heard, according to Patrick Humphreys and other people, that the Democrats are trying to declare civil war on Republicans. And, it's kind of stupid because the Democrats depend on the resources from the heartland of the United States, which is largely Republican run. All it takes is the Republicans to say is, we're not shipping you food. The cities would starve.
Michelle, according to the BBC News, an article that was released 1 hour ago, Zelensky says war will end sooner with Trump as president. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky says he is certain the war with Russia will end sooner than it otherwise would have once Donald Trump is United States president. Zelensky said he had a constructive exchange with Trump during their phone conversations after his victory in the United States presidential election.
Right.
He did not say whether Trump had made any demands regarding possible talks with Russia, but said he'd not heard anything from him that was contrary to Ukraine's position. Trump has consistently said his priority is to end the war and stop what he says is a drain on the United States resources in the form of military aid to Ukraine.
Right.
This guy isn't even president yet. He's not even in the White House, and he's ending friggin' wars. You realize that the stock market has skyrocketed. People are making money. He's not even friggin' president yet because this guy was elected. And Matthew Potts and Wing Star will run around telling you over and over again, no, he's bad. Biden good. Harris good. Can't afford a goddamn loaf of bread.
The thing that makes me very sad is the fact is that the Biden administration in 4 years could do zero. They couldn't, except just go ahead and keep giving them blank checks over and over again. That should tell you something.
They fueled a war. They fueled a friggin' war. That's what they did.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people died. I don't know what your opinions are on this war. I don't really care. But if you're telling me, all right, that you want people to stop dying, and you think the way to do that is to continue to give people money for bullets, tanks, drones, machine guns, you're crazy. And that's what you did. That's what you did. That's what you allowed this lunatic to do with his friggin' brown vice president girl or whatever the hell that thing was. You allowed it and you supported it. I don't know how many people friggin' died because of that.
Yes, he did say that, Chris Plus, and I think he will do it. I think Trump is going to take care of the problem in Ukraine before the January 20th inauguration. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to resolve things. But that's the nature of a Gemini. They get stuff done. And Tiger Kitty knows this from her own experience. The fact is that we already saw Americans have said that they don't want this to continue anymore because it's emotionally draining to us. You know what? All started all over the fact that Zelensky would not let Eastern Ukraine go back to Russia. He should have just quietly accepted the referendums back in 1998, I think it was, and just said, fine, you go your way, we go our way. However, Russia did have a valid problem. They didn't want any kind of weapons on their border, which I agree with that too. So, but I mean, no matter how you look at it, having all those hundreds of thousands of people dying in a war that really should never have even happened in the first place is just ludicrous.
Michelle, what happens next in the Onion's effort to buy Alex Jones InfoWars? The Onion's winning bid for Alex Jones InfoWars platform is under review by federal bankruptcy judge after Jones and his lawyer complained about how an auction was conducted. The satirical news outlet was announced as... So this is the thing, all right? This is the thing. Alex Jones ran an opinionated news agency. It wasn't really news; it was opinion, right?
Right.
All right. And they're selling it off to a satirical news agency,
Which is 100% guaranteed not true news.
right? Like, it's just all right. So anyway, the satirical news outlet was announced as the winning bidder on Thursday in an auction that is part of Jones' bankruptcy or personal bankruptcy. Hours later, InfoWars headquarters in Austin, Texas, and its websites were shut down. And Jones was broadcasting from a news studio he had set up before the bankruptcy auction. By Friday morning, InfoWars and its websites were back up and running for some reason that were not entirely clear. So they don't know why the websites are back up and running. So maybe they didn't get that bid. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Why don't we play a game tonight, Michelle, on your show? How about we play one called Deport the Yanks? I've still got all the shit from the civics test. I bet none of you could pass the civics test.
That's probably true.
Right, well, how about I question and then I deport you if you can't get it right. Deport the Yanks. New game, Michelle. Like, for instance, who could answer this? Who made the American flag? What was her name?
That's
Something
us.
Betty White.
Wrong.
Betty White?
Wrong.
No.
Oh my god.
Deport noodles. Deport.
Oh my god. I thought it was Betty White.
It's Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross.
Oh.
100% correct, Betsy
Hang
Ross.
on, I say let these illegals in because the actual Americans don't know shit. How many amendments are there?
Oh my god.
14.
No.
27.
Oh my
27.
god, you guys are terrible.
I would say
got
there's
it
probably
right.
about 33.
No. Comedy got it right anyway.
What did he say it was?
You guys don't know shit about your own country.
Oh,
Who was president on World War One?
well, you know what it is. Don't forget Tiger
Wilson.
King. A lot of
What's his
American
name, man?
education systems
Full
now.
name, please. Full name, Noodles.
Is it Andrew?
Oh my God, Woodrow Wilson.
Oh.
This is a shameful that you can't even pass.
I got him mixed up with the actor. I'm sorry.
You can't pass the civics
Sorry.
test.
I keep getting people
question
mixed
for
up with
you.
actors.
That's not the point. They wouldn't say
Betty
that.
White.
What?
Andrew Wilson.
This is a good one, but you have to name both of them. What two presidents won 2 non-consecutive terms to the Oval Office? Now you have to mention both presidents.
Oh, I
2
forgot his
consecutive
fucking
terms.
name.
Reagan and fucking Clinton.
Adams. It was Adams.
No.
No. Who was it, Michelle?
Grover Cleveland and Donald Trump.
Wait. 2 consecutive. What does consecutive mean?
Non-consecutive terms.
Oh, non-consecutive. I thought you said consecutive.
The only 2 ever in the United States history to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on the civics test though. Anyway, Noodles would have been deported. That's him gone. Comedy, you're hanging in there.
Yeah, he's on the phone. Yeah, I see him.
I meant he got a question right, so we're not deporting him.
All right, they're going for you. What are the 3 branches of the U.S. government?
Legislative, judicial, and fuck.
Is it the House?
Executive.
Executive, yeah.
But you got 2 out of 3, right?
Shit, I'm getting deported.
Yeah,
No, I know all these answers. It's just, you know.
Well, you don't.
Yes, I do. Ask me any answer.
I just did. You didn't answer.
I'll do it for real this time. Go ahead.
Real. Wow. All right. I mean, there are easy
Okay,
ones.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
What was the American dollar worth in 1963 by today's money?
Well, that's not a civics question, but
I'll give you a hint. It was an
No,
old
it's not a
radio
serious question.
station
It's a
that
good
we all
question,
loved.
though. See, you want to know what was the American value of the dollar compared to 1963 versus now? Well,
Correct.
I can tell you, 1963, we were still in the
Dave,
silver
it's about
standard.
10%.
So I know how much. It's like $10. So your a $10 bill would have equaled what a dollar was in like fucking 40 or 50. I'm sorry, like 60 years ago, 50 years
Right.
ago.
My rent back in 1963 would have been about $50 a month.
Because people were still using change back then to buy stuff. From the early 1900s to about, I want to say, 1970, actually probably up to 1980, people were using change a lot.
Yeah.
People were using quarters, nickels, dimes to go actually purchase things. You know, I'm talking about in full, not just adding, you know, paper money. You know, I remember my grandmother telling me that they used to walk around with they never had dollar bills on them. They'd have purses of coins. They would buy them shit.
Yeah, because everything was under $1. I mean, for example, you could get a coffee for about 10 cents at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
You can't get coffee for 10 cents anymore. It's more like $10, which is true. Well, maybe $1.05 minimum.
Hey guys, I love trivia, but I gotta back out because I'm working on a Photoshop and it's for a big company, and I want to submit it to them so I could get paid. All right, bye guys.
So a dollar in the early 1900s would have been about $30-something today.
Yeah.
You know, so like people really didn't need paper money. They were just, you know.
Well, we used paper money back then, but it was because it was convenient to carry. I mean, we did have coins too, but $1 coins. But the paper money was just more convenient to shove in your wallet. But unfortunately, the lifetime of paper money was less, so you have to replace it more often.
you're not wrong there, Chris Bliss. Chris says that you should have to do like a test like this to be able to vote.
Well, the point is the degrading of the education system in America and the public schools is clearly demonstrating just exactly how much our students don't even know the history of this country.
Right. If both presidents and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
That would be the Speaker of the House.
Correct, Michelle. Dig, 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 dig.
Yeah.
I'm looking up right now. I'm gonna look up like low IQ constitutional, like if you're low IQ, what are your rights?
Why are you looking that up specifically, Noodles?
Because, so for instance, right, low IQ with less than a 90 IQ, all right, so if you're under 90 and can't understand conditional hypotheticals, right?
Okay.
Does that mean that you don't have the same rights as everyone else?
You should have the same
You know what I'm
rights.
saying? Yeah, I know, but where do you stop? Like, I don't think there's anything. So you can be completely dumb, completely brain dead, and still have the same rights as everyone else. I mean, do you need to be cognitive to even vote?
I think so. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if you have to. Like,
Well,
what if
the
you're a vegetable
Constitution
in a
says
bed?
you gotta be American citizen. And you gotta be at least 18. So that's really all it says. That you need to
Yes,
vote.
but if you're voting and you don't know what you're voting for, then that vote is not a valid vote, is it?
I don't think it matters. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get at. I really don't think it matters.
Morning, Sarah.
How you doing, Sarah? Let's see. Oh,
Voting is
there she
important.
is.
We
How you
should
doing?
discriminate. Yeah, Chris, I'm beginning to think that way.
So Sarah and I, as I said, hung out last night because I came
That was
back
nice.
in after taking care of eating a hamburger patty that I had that in the freezer and made for a quick dinner. One of those
Yeah.
pre-made hamburgers, not the little White Castles. This is one from
I know, a
Dollar
microwave
General.
burger. Yeah.
Well, it's not a microwave. I put it in my toaster oven. Okay, it really.
Well, I know what you mean. Actually, Michelle, I used to like a microwave burger in a pinch.
Yeah.
Fills a
Oh,
hole.
I mean, it tastes good. I didn't have a problem with it. But anyway, we had a good time. She said, "I love the music." She says, "The music makes me happy." She said, "You got some very interesting music here, which I think is very festive." I said, "Well, I got people that said they don't like it because it's not totally hand generated." And she said, "Well, I like it because it's
Illegals can't vote, can they? Parasota? Can they?
Illegals cannot vote."
No, I didn't think they could. No, you can't.
Because the Constitution's very clear. The only people who can legally vote are American citizens. Originally, it was tied to landowners, but that eventually was modified. I forgot under which amendment it says anyone that is an American citizen, born or naturalized American citizen, can vote in elections. But you have to be 18 plus. So, and it doesn't mention anything about cognitive ability. Yeah. It said, if IQ was a test for human standards, then most people wouldn't even be protected under animal rights. True, but don't you have to forget you got two forms of Q. You got IQ and EQ. One is intelligence quota, which is kind of a murky thing because there's no real true standard for it. And then you have emotional quota, which again is kind of murky, but a little more noticeable regarding how you handle certain things. You can have a high IQ and have an EQ in your socks. Sorry, it includes me. I can get very emotional. But the truth of the matter is that So yeah, people forget IQ and EQ does not equal because they're not the same thing. It is illegal to drive without a license. It's not illegal to vote. Well, in the United States, you're supposed to be 18 and an American citizen to vote. I'm
A
very
driver's license is a privilege. It's not a right.
right.
You
It's
have
a
no right to
privilege
drive a
because if
car.
it was a right, then I could declare that I too would have a right to a driver's license,
Right.
which is not the way it's written. So unfortunately, I cannot get that privilege. If you really want the privilege, Michelle, the insurance would kill you. The insurance payments every month would be so high, it would bankrupt you. David S. said legals can vote. Some states do not require voter ID. That's why it took a few states so long to count the votes. And that's because why? Because they're counting all the illegal votes. But then they have to put them in provisionary ballots. Yeah, I know. That's a scary topic with YouTube. YouTube doesn't normally like to discuss that because YouTube is so woke. Well, really, they're asleep. They just consider themselves woke. They're like Mr. Bean sticking toothpicks holding his eyes open. That's their woke. The truth is that they are basically not awake. They don't realize.
Wow, is that true that the voter turnout was only 67%? Only 67% of people voted. Is that?
Yeah, it's hard to get
It's
people out to
possible.
vote, Tiger Kitty.
That's like terrible.
It is terrible. Because a lot of people think their
normal?
vote doesn't matter. And then they say, well, it doesn't matter. You know.
Right.
So you got a lot of apathy. And that's the reason why we see a lot of the crazy stuff that goes on. Because people don't realize it is your right as an American citizen to vote in the elections. It is your right. If you were born here and are 18 plus, it is your American right to vote. If you choose not to execute that right, well, then you just gotta take the luck of the draw, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're not saying who you want, so you're saying is you don't care. So the other 23% that chose not to vote shouldn't complain because they chose not to exercise their right. And I strongly suspect the same is true in the UK. If you, Mojo, and Tiger King, you probably know this more than me, that you guys are voting in the parliamentary elections, you have to be at least a British citizen, right? You have to be
Of course.
of a certain age.
Yeah. Michelle, E said before she goes, could you please read her tarot?
Who
Could you
did this?
do a quick.
She said, Michelle, before I go, can please read my tarot? I don't even know what your sign is. What do you want to know, E? What's the question?
Just do a quick 3-card, Michelle.
I can do a 3-card, but what's the question?
Okay, E, what would you like to know? What do you want the cards to tell you?
Yes.
Do you want to know about your future, like love life, maybe? Job? She's a Cancer.
Okay. Another Cancer. Okay. So.
She wants to know about her love life, Michelle. Could you please tell E about her love life?
Okay. Mother God, Father God, angel, spirit guides. What's the story with E in her romance, love life, 3-card spread, no reverse, keep it simple, please. What's the story with E in her romance and love life? Keep it simple, please, no reversals. 3-card spread. So let's see what we got here. So,
Welcoming.
all right.
Ooh, what we got?
We have the Page of Pentacles. This is about love life. It's going to be interesting. We got the 5 of Swords, so there's obviously going to be a challenge involved. And we have the Ace of Cups. Now, the Page of Pentacles usually refers to wealth. But since we're talking about love life...
Yeah, also, couldn't it be somebody she might meet at work? A young person at work?
Could be. Could be. It says here, a messenger of hope. Okay.
There's hope, E. There's hope.
But you got 5, there's a competition. Okay. 5 of Swords. I hate dealing with the sharp and pointies. Really, I do. But wait, so let me go to the Swords here. Sometimes I have to look this up because I haven't done it so long. So 5 of Swords is conquest, disgrace, defeat. So something in your love life has gone awry. But you got the Ace of Cups, however. Now the Ace of Cups, which is definitely a card of passion and emotion, and Ace of Cups usually would imply that something good is going to happen. So let's go to the Ace of Cups real quick here. The Ace of Cups is intimacy, fertility, beginnings, openness, or maybe a new relationship may be on the horizon for you. The other one is coming to an end, but a new relationship may be on the way. That's basically a 3-card spread on that. Oh yeah, by the way, if some people like to look at the bottom of the deck, well, you do that. You got your 3 of Cups there. Some kind of a celebration. 3 women. So maybe...
A wedding, maybe, Michelle? A wedding, would it be?
Like a partnership or something that works out.
Ooh, engagement, maybe.
Okay. Maybe. Engagement. Could be that again. That's where the Ace of Cups comes in too. Engagement. Fertility.
So they look pretty good, E. Pretty good. There is hope, but
There's
you've had
hope. Yes, there's hope.
a bit of a upset in the middle, but
something obviously is going to get upset, but that in the end, something else is going to work out. Maybe another person gets in your life, and
good cards, not bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad reading. No more or less good. So I say you got future hope.
Yeah, hope.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, so basically I'm trying to do this IQ test online, and I even looked up like free IQ tests. I took 3 of them already, and they want you to pay for every single one of them.
Yeah, of course they do.
It's like you're an idiot. There's no such thing as a free IQ test.
Yeah. No, there's no free IQ test. There's very few free things anymore.
I don't know. There might be a sneaky way to look it up, because I know there's like the personality test you have to pay for, but there's another one that's offered that's free. That's the same thing. There might be a sneaky way to come, upon the information.
I noticed that with a lot of those online things, like just like you said, Noodles, they're always like saying they're free, but then they go, "Oh, wait, I have to give my email and I have to give you my credit card for the results." I went through, I do all the tests, and then they're telling me in the end there's always the hook, the barb, if you will, that says now fork out the green stamps. It's like, What?
Because the reason why I wanted to do this was to prove that, like, hey, listen, maybe if you are low IQ, you know, depending, because some people don't think that retards should be able to vote.
I also would look up. It's probably not going to be
Miss.
free. Is also check your EQ, your emotional quota as well. I think you have a higher EQ than me because I mean I'm a high IQ, but I have a probably crappy EQ. So yours
EQ.
isn't that bad, Michelle. You do get very emotional very easy.
What's up?
Your emotional quota
I'm all done. All done.
is
How many
working out.
quotes?
How you doing, Moose?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I did 3 on the bottom and 3 on top,
It is
and I'm just
really
waiting on this one to dry.
nice.
That
I
looks
wouldn't cut
nice.
on that.
How heavy
He
is
is
that going to
quick
be to
burn.
move?
No, I wouldn't cut on that. I cut on
Do you
mine,
think
but I
it's
wouldn't on that.
right for fat women to critique other fat women?
Do you think it's right
Yeah.
for women to critique? If you're fat and you're critiquing somebody who's fat, no.
Absolutely, I think
I-
it's appropriate.
Well, yeah, when I went to school for art, right? They said if you can't critique art, you shouldn't be a student. Like, every student has to critique art. You have to be able to do it. So if you can't critique someone for being fat, then you can't be fat.
Well, this Foodie Beauty, I watched this Foodie Beauty. It's big drama going on there now. You know, Shani for Christ. She's going for Shani for Christ. And, you know, Shani just had an opinion about her. Shani's fat. Shani's lazy. Shani's got her kids taken away. You know what I mean? But she got an opinion. I think it's all right. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of saw a bit of that, but Shani's also on that
Let me just quickly show the panel what
that
this looks like.
weight loss drug. So
Moose,
she's trying.
I like it. The
I think
chopping
that's her
block a
point,
lot.
isn't it?
I think it looks really
I
nice.
know.
So let me just show it to you real quick here. Can you put it back on the screen so we can show the group what it looks like this? It's really pretty. I like it. So
What?
Moose,
The
would you mind
group?
showing it on camera again so I can show the people on YouTube?
Oh, Moose, can you show? She wants to show
There
everyone
we go.
your.
Can you just show us the there we go. That
There it
came out
is.
really nice.
Beautiful,
I
isn't
like
it,
that.
Michelle? It
The
is.
top looks great. I love the pieces of wood on that.
Yeah, me too.
The pattern is nice. The green
why I
looks
wouldn't
great.
cut on
It
that.
stands out. It's going to be an heirloom piece. Your children are going to be having that in their kitchens in the future.
Yeah, you need to stamp it somehow.
Yeah, maybe burn something into it.
But a moose.
It's just like my desk. You know, my bedroom. I've had it so many places I've moved to. It's been since I've had it since my dad made it in 1987. It's made out of solid oak. It's just nice. Then my dad always got access to lots of oak flooring from scraps from work. It's really nice. I like it.
Well, now my
No, I
wife
still
wants a
can't get
farm
over
table.
how awful that fight was. It was disappointing, like going to see the new Children of the Corn movie. It was horrible. That
I
fight
didn't even hear
was
about that.
it was awful. It was a disgrace of a
it was.
movie.
Yeah, the fight was
Did
terrible.
anyone know that Uncle Joey from Full House has been
Stage
diagnosed
3.
with stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma?
Oh no. Jeez.
No idea who he is.
That could
He's
be
in
sorry.
the Full House show. The Full
I don't know.
House show.
I'm English.
Yes,
I don't
there
know.
are some
Yeah.
online IQ and EQ test noodles you can do on YouTube. Like from
Morning, Gigi. We are on ARG, Gigi, if you want to pop up.
ARG.
So the fucked up thing is that this guy is 65 years old. 65,
Really?
man. Fuck.
Wow.
Dude, we're almost dead. You realize
Dude, Howard
that, right?
Stern. Howard
know,
Stern is in
right.
his 70s. Howard Stern
Yeah.
is in his 70s, dude.
Yeah, we're almost dead. It's over.
So now my next
Yeah.
project my wife wants me to make is a farm table. So
Nice. And some built-in bookshelves.
No,
That's
it
what I'd
looks
like
really
you to make
good
me.
though. I love it.
thank you,
Moose,
Michelle.
you did a nice job on that.
It is
Thank
nice.
you. I appreciate
How long
it.
did that take you? You could sell them.
About 3 days.
Oh, you could sell them. You could make a Well, I
Well,
mean,
it's not 3 days of solid work. I would say maybe 6 hours of build, and then just sanding and waiting and staining and waiting for curing and stuff like that takes the 3 days. But this
Right.
takes me about 6 hours to build.
just think how much money you could make on them.
Well, no joke. This identical one that's a lot less quality online. I was looking at a store, sells for $1,996.
And you could make them like to people's size.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
easy.
It's
Custom.
a good income there. It's a good skill to have woodworking or even metalworking. It really is in this day and age because people
It's the top that sets it off. All the different wood
That
colours.
butcher block top, you like that?
Yeah.
I like it too. I think
Oh,
it looks nice. And all the storage that you're going to have in the middle of your kitchen,
Right,
it'll take
yeah.
away from your shelves too. That's what's be nice. You can put pots, pans, cutting boards.
right.
My
perfect.
wife, I was thinking about putting one of those magnetic knife strips right here that
Oh,
she can put her
yeah.
knives on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
magnetic
that'll be nice.
strips isn't bad for that. Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see. It's her call. This is her table, so her kitchen island. I'll let her do with it what she wants. This is what she wanted, so she got it. Turned out good. But now a farm table she asked for. She said, "What about a farm table?" I said, "Easy peasy, baby. Whatever you want, I'll make it."
What, you mean like a dining farm table?
Yeah, like a big one,
Oh,
like a
wow.
like
Oh,
a
that's
like a
nice.
10-footer. She wants a
Yeah.
10-footer, so I can
Nice.
do that.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. You can go pre-made stuff or stuff that's made in a factory, but like I said, with custom made, you can get it's made to your specific needs, your specific size, which is a great thing. I mean,
Well,
there's
I like
nothing
this.
wrong with
I
mass-produced stuff, but the quality doesn't always go in before the name goes on. Sorry,
well,
Sylvania.
I remodeled our kitchen myself. I remodeled my whole house by myself, and when I redid our kitchens, I put in all new countertops, and I didn't go standard countertops. I went to my wife's waist and put it that, and so I matched this to my countertops. So this is actually completely level with my counter, so she can move this around to the counter and make it into an extension of the countertops in the kitchen.
Oh, that's fucking
It'll be
excellent.
a seamless slide through. So
Right.
Hey,
Is your wife
Michelle.
short?
what was that?
Is your wife short?
No, she's like 5'9". She's not too short.
Well, see, because
But
I'm
I'm-
short, I could do with a lower one.
I'm 6'1", so
Yeah, so you're
Hey,
making it to
Michelle.
your height, you would be taller thing for you.
yeah,
Michelle.
I'm used to using it. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, I apologize.
Sorry, no, sorry. I just want to know, Michelle, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to go to a drag brunch in Norwalk?
A brunch in Norwalk.
A drag brunch.
What is that? What is
Whatever,
that,
forget it.
Noodles?
I don't know. Forget about it.
So the people want to know on the panel is says Noah Dark said, what is the finish on the top of the piece that the actual cutting board is?
I'll show you. This is what I use.
Okay, Butcher
block oil and finish.
from Vatco.
Oil and finish. It's about $17 for this tiny can.
Yeah, it's food grade working surface for cutting food, meats and things.
Well, it's also food. It's food grade, so
that's key. Yeah, the food grade.
I do, Grizz. I know how to manipulate my wood amazingly. Tiger Kitty.
Noodles really knows how to manipulate his wood. I think he means that in multiple ways. Now, by the way, Moose, actually, how many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many boys, how many girls?
I have 2 girls and a boy,
Okay.
and 1 grandbaby.
They are, you know what? You got 1 baby, and like, what's the ages of the other 2?
That's private, Michelle.
Okay, that's fine. I'm
Where
not.
they
We've got
live?
1 grandbaby, Michelle. They're
Well,
all
let's put it
grown up.
this way: those kids with you and your wife will have something to give them when they when
That's
they
true,
get older.
Michelle.
Yeah,
Well, Michelle,
that
I'm
is
gonna be
true.
honest with you. If all they're getting is that freaking table, it's not that. Hopefully, they get more than just the table, Michelle.
Yeah, they want my money.
Right.
They want my
Oh
money.
yeah, but the point is that unlike just getting something that they can go to IKEA and buy with the money that they get from inheritance,
Ugh.
they got something
Ugh,
that their
IKEA
father
disgusts
put
me.
together for his family. That will
It
be
takes just
heirloom
as long
piece.
to assemble an IKEA piece of furniture than it does to build one.
Right.
You want to know what's really really sad? Being a garbage man for so many years and seeing what happens when people pass away and what they throw out when their parents
Yeah.
die. It's like, dude,
Oh,
they get
my
rid of
goodness.
everything.
Photographs.
Everything. Yeah,
They
it's
do,
all
yeah.
Oh.
Except maybe
Well, a
That's
lot of
why
couple
I
few
say get
things
rid
they
of all
might
your
keep.
shit. You shouldn't be
Well,
carrying on.
dude,
loads of shit like
you
that.
would love this then, Noodles, because a lot of my tools are from my wife's great grandfather when he passed. I've got just even the filing systems. Look at the filing systems.
Oh,
Like
wow. I love that. I
the
love
bits, all these old things like this
Oh,
metal
yeah.
lathe. Yeah, all these things are all his hardware collection. Like that's what I love is the loose hardware that you don't know what you're gonna need in the future. But look at all these are all for the metal lathe. These are all bits. It's crazy. Pegboards, shit like that. I love it.
When my grandfather died, I remember finding like screwdrivers that he made. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, people used to make their own tools. And that was the only thing I took. He made these screwdrivers out of like pipes and fucking, whatever. It was kind of crazy.
I've got this old hand auger drill too. Look at that thing. You got the old hand auger drill. You can attach different drill bits to it.
Yeah.
When my friend's father died, we went through his garage. He's like, I'm gonna sell all this shit, and we found pipe bombs, which was really cool. That was the best.
Pipe bombs, jeez.
Yeah,
They found napalm.
Dude, when I used to work at that freaking firing line place, all these old women that used to come down there with like they would have something like in a towel, and they'd open it up and it would be like an MG MP40 or something like that, like fucking like real shit, like a machine gun, and it'd be like whoa, and like their husbands had had died and they were just trying to get rid of it, trying to sell it.
Look at this old bandsaw. Isn't that cool? Just a motor driven belt system. An old Delta 10-inch bandsaw. It's pretty cool.
Well, I just showed Rich wanted to show the table. I didn't know he wanted to show more than the table. Sorry, guys. I didn't think I wanted to show more than. But you know what's funny though, because like I know that in our family we all love quality tools. I mean, we have some tools in our family that have gone back generations, and some of them are no longer even made anymore. For example, the top nailers that you sometimes see nowadays are all pneumatic. Well, we have the kind that used to slam with a hammer. Or hand powered.
Old Delta drill press. I got an old Delta drill press here.
Oh yeah.
With its own stand.
Is that wired for 120 or 220?
It's wired for 120. I did it myself, so I just redid the motor. Yeah, it's easy. You can convert motors from 120 to
I know.
or from 220 to 120.
Michelle, this might sound like a crazy question, but if you had a drill press, would you even bother wearing eye protection?
You better, because you're going to be having chips flying, and from the drilling, or if the drill bit snaps, you can basically get pieces of drill bits in your eye.
Just pull them out.
No, you can't, because you got pieces going into your eyes fast enough that they can actually embed right deep into the vitreous humor. It's better to wear safety squints than not have no eyesight, period. If I would have been wearing safety squints, I wouldn't have accidentally gotten chlorine bleach in my eyes. Stupid me.
But you're already blind.
Yeah. I was less blind before that. Michelle's right. Remember Michelle's got a plastic spoon in her eyeball.
Imagine her fucking sparks fly in her face. She don't give a shit. Fuck my eyes.
Eating that ice cream with a plastic spoon. Come on.
I have to stand with Eve when he says, don't forget your safety squints. Please don't. I learned that lesson the hard way. Don't forget the safety squints. Okay. Especially if you're using powered machinery.
Hey, Michelle, show Grizz this. Put it on panel so Grizz can see this. He'll like this.
Okay,
He'll like
well,
this tool.
There you go. Let me make your screen
Grizz.
bigger so I can have you more as a featured person so they can see it better.
Grizz,
Okay.
check out this old slider saw, dude. This whole table goes to it. That thing's old.
Well, I think I'll find something to do before work. So how are you doing overall, Golden Girl? I mean, you can come up on the panel if you have time, but how are you doing overall, Golden Girl? Just before you go to work.
Michelle, what did you just say?
I just asked Golden Girl, I said, how are you doing to her? She said she has to get ready to go to work.
I bet you she looks forward to going to work every day.
She does. Chris says sweet. I guess he'd like what you showed him.
Yo, Moose, did you see that? Did you see that Land Cruiser that came out? It's 2025 Land Cruiser, Model 70. So I don't know if they sell them to the public, but they make them, and it's basically a 1980s Land Cruiser, but brand new.
I haven't seen that. No.
Best Land Cruiser ever.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at that. I haven't looked at that yet.
Good morning, beautiful Michelle.
Gidgy.
Good morning, Gidgy. How you doing?
Yeah.
Fucker, I was laying in bed enjoying myself, and you had to show me that beautiful fucking bean footage.
That is
right
a beautiful
there.
You liked my wood? You like my wood?
Your wood got me up and going, baby. He's smoothie. It was beautiful. I was watching. It was seriously. And I love the idea of the farmhouse table. My sister wife has my same taste. We're gonna have you build a bench with a back with it on one side.
By the way, I gotta go let Rusty inside. I forgot all about him. He's outside now. I think it's still
Michelle.
dead.
He's not dead. Go, Michelle.
So I'll be right back.
It's like 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Jesus. What?
We're talking so much.
Why are we letting him out when it's so cold? Is it just so he can shit because you don't want to scoop the box? Because there's no way.
It's filled with it's filled with Michelle's shit right now.
They take turns. They take turns digging in the box. I had a long talk with Michelle last night, and I realized, and this is for everyone that can hear me, I realized I've been very disrespectful to Michelle at times. even though my heart's been in the right place and we all kind of overlook it because I get so frustrated with her, but I'm not sure if Grizz is still here, but someone very smart once told me, you gotta let Michelle be Michelle and understand that she's gonna have issues, right? That's what, and I think Tiger said yesterday, that's what we love about Michelle is her quirkiness, right? The fact that she is different. So
Don't ever say Grizz and smart in the same sentence.
You shut your filthy
Don't
mouth.
Don't ever say Grizz and smart in the same sentence again.
Right, maybe Grizz and disgusting, but not smart.
I want to be the first one to say I am here to make sure that Michelle is respected. She did express that in her channel from now on, there's going to be no more, hey, mister, disrespectful remarks. She wants them banned. We as mods, we're all going to agree with that. She wants to be treated like a human being, and she wants respect, and she deserves it. So I think it's our job as friends to be here. Now, she can still laugh at herself just like everybody, right? She just doesn't want to be treated like a lolcow.
Okay, so I went over to the fish tank Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were obviously watching, okay?
Okay.
And I said, okay, so tell me what's up. And they go, it's just a freak.
Thank you very much for the nice words, Krista. Thank you for Gitchy for speaking up about that. Rusty's in the house now.
You weren't supposed to be here, Michelle. You weren't supposed to hear that. Go away.
Well, I didn't, but that was outside. Let the cat in, but I heard the tail end of it.
So I said, well, that's not true, right?
Right.
Whatever. And the guy's like, well, it's not that we're saying that that's what she is, but like that's what she's coming across as. It's a bunch of gibberish, nonsense. And they watched it. They came over here and watched the stream. They don't know what anyone's talking about. They don't understand the drama. They don't care.
Right.
And the one guy said he would rather go to a gas station, buy a pack of cigarettes, and listen to a bunch of people talk about stuff he doesn't know what the hell's going on. Blah blah blah. blah. Yeah. I said, what do you like? And they said, I want to see Michelle go to the DMV. I want to see her go out and do things, etc. So tomorrow there's a drag brunch in Norwalk, and I asked her, "Do you want to go?" And she didn't respond. She kind of said, like, "What are you talking about?" So fuck you, Michelle.
Michelle, that would be great. I have
Michelle,
been.
You know what that is? Let's explain. A drag is when men dress as women. Now,
doesn't mean they're gay. Doesn't mean they're gay. It just means
it doesn't mean you are that either.
No, God, no.
No, it doesn't mean they're gay, but they're cross-dressing.
Yeah,
exactly. You get it.
They have the right to do that, just like we've all got the right to do what we want to do.
They're performers, is the way I like to talk about.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want you to feel, Michelle, that you feel bad because you're not a cross-dresser.
Well, I'm not a cross-dresser either. I would love to go.
Or not as pretty as some of these men. I'm going to tell you right now, some of these men that dress as women, they have my looks beat by a fucking country mile. They're gorgeous.
Right. And they're great at doing makeup, Michelle. This is maybe a place to get makeup tips and maybe talk to these guys and
actually, good idea.
Make contacts, maybe
great idea.
Yeah.
What do you think?
But then again, Michelle does whatever the hell she wants. She wants to talk about ridiculous shit and whatever. I don't care anymore.
Well, we had some interesting stuff today we covered this morning. I mean,
Michelle, would you like to go to the thing tomorrow?
You mean to that in Norwalk? I guess so. I don't really like the idea of drag queen story hour in the library. I certainly don't know if I'd like this or not.
In a library, they're performing.
They're having their own.
Right, they're performing on stage.
The few people that you're talking about is so few. It does not represent the entire community of trans. It does not represent the entire community of cross-dressers. That is a very select political few that, I would not even associate what
they're activists. Those people are activists, Michelle. They're not.
Yes. They're not normal people, Michelle. They're not like you and I. They're
not normal cross dressers. Yeah.
Right. They're cross-dressers with an agenda.
Well, I mean, you can go, Michelle, and
Well-
see. You never know. It's a good opportunity to get you out there.
Talk about
Good
networking.
content, right? Good
Yeah.
content. And it's also, you might end up having a great time.
Okay.
Michelle, do you disagree with cross? And it's okay if you do. Please do not think I'm judging you. I'm not. You're very old-fashioned. Do you not agree with cross-dressing? It's okay if you do. Or if you don't want to answer, that's fine. We can move on.
To me, it seems a little bizarre.
Right.
Because
That'd be great.
we were told the gender norms through tradition.
Right. And your mom was real strict about that with you. That's why you and your mom kind of fell out, because she wants you to be a boy when you're legally and medically a girl, and she can't kind of accept that. So I feel like maybe your views on trans or even cross-dressing or any of that is kind of skewered.
Definitely skewed.
And also, a lot of people say, are you trans to Michelle? And she's not. So
yeah, I could see where it bothers. I could see where she's got an issue with associating.
Well, no, I mean, they're just other people. They're not hurting anybody. I mean,
they're so fucking entertaining, man. I tell you what, you give me a drag show any fucking day over anything, just about. Just down to earth, good, salt of the earth people.
You might as well give it a try, Michelle. It's up to you, but.
Yeah, I'll go. I guess I don't see why I couldn't go. I don't know if I'm going to cover it on my show though, because
you probably can't.
All right, fuck it. Fuck this.
I'm just concerned that if I bring it up on my show, that it's going to be a lightning rod.
Why can't you?
Yeah, it's.
Why can't you cover it on the show?
Sorry, Noodles.
Because the fact of the matter is you got people who are already confused about me, and I'm going to start.
All right, this is the problem, and I thought it would be. You do not want to be associated with.
Yep. Cross-dressing.
Cross-dressing.
Or transsexual.
I mean, there's something about transvestites that just doesn't resonate with me. That's all I can say. No more than I support Drag Queen Story Hour either, for children. I think that's...
Again, the Story Hour, number one, that's not even a thing anymore. Number two, that was a very small group of people. I wish one of my closest friends in the world has been for many, many eons is gay, and he is just totally down to earth like you. You're gay, right? So you get it, and in my opinion, I wish I was gay, because you guys have this amazing community that you're a part of that accepts you no matter what. And I feel like you're using your
it's funny though, there are members of the LGBTQ community that do not necessarily embrace the hermaphrodite intersex. They don't see us.
There's some beef in the old LGBT hermaphrodite community.
No, there's just people in the LGBTQ that don't really like hermaphrodites that much. Because they don't see it as the same thing as their situation. So it's not really a good umbrella. We are medically unique.
So you guys think you're better because you're medically, you have both parts, and they think they're better because they're one or the other.
Exactly.
And you guys are beefing.
So,
that's the way it is.
But I try really. I do have friends in the LGBT community. I know that some of them really do respect me and my classification, but there's not a lot of us out there. There are some. We are more than willing to work with them.
There's a tarot card convention in Norwalk tomorrow. You want to go?
That would be more interesting. Let's go to Norwalk to the tarot card convention. That's more my style.
Michelle, that's not happening. I was kidding.
Yeah, there's not a tarot card convention, Michelle. Come on.
But there might be a computer show coming up, though. They usually tend to do a lot of PC computer shows. which is
Oh,
another
Noodles.
option. Noodles.
That's
I know
beautiful.
computers to
You
you is
had
like
You know what's
watching paint
fun
dry.
at Comic-Con, like, is there, like, a comic shops? A lot of times we'll do those.
Right,
Comic-Cons are
there is
fun.
one going out in Saratoga on the 27th, a Comic-Con. But
I was
I don't.
explaining to her, Comic-Cons are normally pretty expensive. Like, they normally book out. Like, I bet if you called to try and get a room, nowadays, I guess Comic-Cons are everywhere. So maybe it's not as busy, but they were pricey, Michelle, for what it is. I don't know that, like I said, I think you could go to the parking lot and have just as much fun without paying a dime to get in, if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we can go for like for a few hours, just get a day ticket just to go in, go look at the vendors, see what they got at the tables. I may not be able to go to all the exhibits, but maybe they'll have things that we could buy or things like that. Maybe say hello to a few people. That'd be fine. I have no problem with that. Because that'd be actually kind of fun, actually. Because
No
people who
problem.
see me on YouTube, and believe it or not, there are people in Winston that see my show and sometimes stop and say, "I think you in YouTube. How you doing, Michelle?" They know me from YouTube. People do see me. They certainly do.
So Michelle, why don't you go out in front of Cumbies and try to sell some autographs if you're a big deal in Winston.
No, I don't
Or
see.
give
I
out
don't
some
see.
of your green. Sorry.
It's not like there's a line out the door, Noodles. You get maybe about 2 or 3 people a week will stop by when they see me at Cumbies. They'll say, "Hi, how you doing?" Because they see me, but they're not like 2 or 3 a day.
Oh, they're just saying hello to you, like every other human being does to every other human being.
Yeah.
Well, they know that
But
she's
the point
special.
is that they recognize me with my ears. They know me. Because they said, "I've seen you on YouTube. You're really cool." And they have said that to me.
They've said you're really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
You are really cool.
You are really cool, yeah. Next thing, it seems there was the younger people that are more likely to come up to me about that. But I've seen a few older people in the 30s say
I
the
saw
same.
the guys at McDonald's come up to her. Remember, y'all?
Yeah,
I remember
we're talking about
that.
those kind of ages kids. 17-year-olds.
I'm gonna. What did he say? I can't remember.
Oh, it was something. Oh my God, what was
He
it?
was
What did that guy say
joking.
to her?
Apparently,
Yeah,
he
was joking, but
the card never showed that address.
I'm gonna beat my meat. He said, "I'm gonna beat my meat to you later," or something.
Right.
Beat my meat.
He did jokingly say that. Yes, he did. So kind of missed it at first. I was like, totally cough. Well, first of all, I am proud to say that we did not get disconnected today.
Wow.
I noticed
I'm
that,
so
Michelle.
glad that you won't be going on about that.
I'm so glad you fixed the problem, Michelle.
Well, let's just say the jury's still out on that because this is just one day. Let's check it out for a few more days before we see the problem is fixed. It definitely was a couple versions behind in the OBS. So because that was the first update I checked out. The virtual camera which we use for the panels didn't work, and so there were bug reports about that. The other Mac users were saying the same thing, that the camera doesn't work for some reason. It's partially broken. They did fix this. This is great.
All right. Well, that's good. How's your show going today, Michelle?
Today's show is good. I didn't check to see if we have any yellow dollar signs yet, but I didn't also mention that even though I did mark the stream private last night because of the nature of the topic, it didn't do bad. We didn't get limited no ads. We had a total of 8,927 views last night.
Whoa.
It's still here. It's just mixed private now. But I wonder if I should have left it public. You look like a train wreck.
What does it matter? You live and learn. I mean, it's still part of your life, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, like I
things
said,
I
a
just
lot of
leave
times
public,
YouTube is
even
like
if
my
it was like
scrapbook. If you
embarrassing, because it's just part of the whole experience, you know?
Yeah. It happened.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't believe in, don't look back on anything. Learn and move forward.
yeah, live and learn, yeah. And I would just say is that just real quickly that Carmen was very upset last night that she had to mislead. And I told her, I said, don't worry about it. Okay, it's dealt with. It's in the can. You can't change it. She said, I just can't believe I had to deny myself.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, I said,
That, like you say, it's in the can now. We're moving on.
Yeah, I love that. Now that's an expression that I can get behind. It's in the can.
Yeah.
So proper.
Kick the can away, Michelle.
In this case, the can means that the film has been shot, is now been developed, and sitting in the, it's complete. You can't redo the film. It's done. That's what it means in the can. Okay, it's over. It's finished. The production is done. There's no more to do. You can't change it.
Exactly.
It's a theatrical expression. So, but let's hope to God that we don't have to have
there
another
is
one
no
of those
Carmelina. We're not discussing this. It's Carmen is Carmen. Carmen felt she had to
potentially with somebody else, pretending she had.
we don't. It's okay. Nobody cares.
She was felt backed into a corner and disrespected, and like she had no other outlet but to try and lie. And that's a shame that we all collectively made her feel so unwelcome, and we're better than that. So we apologize, all of us.
I accept your apology.
I want everyone to accept it. Everyone you got going on.
Let me tell you, I'll see you what. If you really want to see it, I can make the 2 streams members only. The video or the vlog and for members only. I guess we can certainly make it open to members.
Mods can see that, right?
Because MJ, you have a wrench, so theoretically you can watch it. It's nothing really nasty. It's just so sad.
It's very sad. It's very sad. It is. I saw Michelle in a state yesterday that I'm sure a lot of you saw her in that was very troubling. And it made me realize that, you know what, Michelle is different and I love her because she's different. And I'm done trying to change her. I am her friend. I do care about her. But no matter what I do and say, she's still going to be Michelle. And that's what I like about her. So it's not only not my place to not yell at her or be disrespectful for her. It's not the right thing to do as a human being. I'm better than that. And so are all of us.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, like I said, is that, sometimes I guess it depends on how you try to.
Mojo, it was after the stream.
This all happened off camera. Yeah. This was all off camera. After that stream ended where she seemed so, what's the word? Manic,
I just made the 2, I made the vlog and the other one members only so members can watch it. So you have members content for your memberships now to watch. So if you want to watch it, please become a member. It's not that expensive.
Red, I think it's going to be a fine line. I do. I think it's going to be a fine line. And that's the one thing I don't want. I want the trolls to leave her alone. I understand it's the internet. We're never going to get all the trolls to walk away, right? Love you, JoJo. But we, as her core people, can set the example that she is a human being. We don't want to call her names to her face. We don't want to call her. She knows. Look, I could tell her she's as big as a house 10,000 times. She knows she is. But you know what? She's okay in her skin. And good for her. Because if I was as big as this bitch, I would not be okay in my skin. But for some reason, she is, and I love her for that.
Don't
But I'm
forget
still going to
too.
bitch at her about eating. I will tell you that. I'm not getting up on her in that. Me and Carmen are going to make sure she gets her ass in shape.
Yeah. By the way, the thing is that there are YouTubers that do have a persona on YouTube, like a performer on stage. And then there are others like me that come on YouTube as we really are. And sometimes the YouTube audiences can't tell the difference. And sometimes they can, they just don't care. Okay, what's about the first class? The first class, they can't tell the difference if you're playing an actor, if you're real. Just because it's easier to start with, maybe this person's telling the truth. Unless they come out and you can later see that it's a skit or a stage persona. There's a difference. But I think YouTube, because of what it's become, it's kind of hard to tell if someone's just doing it for fun or laughs, but that's not the real person, or if it's the real person and people are just being mean. It's hard for content creators.
Wait, I was trying to read it. Hang on. I hope. Okay, good. You're as big as her, Gidgey. Who are you trying to kid? You can't even show yourself on camera.
I've seen Gidgey on camera.
I turn my camera on all the time.
She
And
does
you know
got
what?
a camera on up here, so that's.
However, I don't pull my camera on for all of the YouTube. No, I don't. You can think I'm 10 times as big as Michelle. I'm fine with that. Michelle's a beautiful woman. I would love to be as beautiful as she is. So thank you for that compliment, my darling.
I'm big, but I'm trying to, find the balance.
Happy media. Yeah, there you go, Michelle. There you go. Maybe replace some of the unhealthy things with some of the healthy things. It's not going to happen overnight.
We're still going to give you advice and so try and get you to eat better, but
yeah, doesn't mean that I can go about it a little bit differently. I don't have to say, "Hey, fat ass cunt, put down the fucking donut."
Yeah.
I could say, "Hey, Michelle, have you tried these new Honeycrisp apples that I just got at the store the other day? There's right ways and wrong ways."
Yeah.
Oh, I wish, Jojo. So get your ass back up here because I need to, a little bit more spank bank material, and I want to hear about the farmhouse table. If we're going to go with the stain or if we're going to go natural, I need specs. I need to know if we're going to go with a curtain around it. What are we doing? I need information here, Moosey. Sorry, yo. We're going to turn into a half woodworking stream too. I'm gonna get his ass up here, and that way all the boys will be happy. I'll have you know that we had a panel of 8 women. Boy, that ought to drive the trolls fucking nuts. We had a panel of 8 women eating Michelle's ass last night. It was great. We were all telling her how amazing she was. That ought to drive y'all nuts.
When she was doing those
and then when they came back later on, it was just me and Sarah. And me and Sarah were talking for a bit and played some music.
Sarah's good people.
Yeah, Michelle was talking to us till 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was so late. It was so fucking late. I got off and I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to bed. I didn't even, my whole Friday night. And I was telling someone, I'm like, shit, I hung out with women all night. I've never done it. It was great.
Yeah,
you guys, anyone that is not, we needed our JoJo in there.
Yeah, I did I did post it in the chat.
God, that would have been nice if we had. Oh man, JoJo would have loved it. We were laughing, and Michelle she had found this thing that Sarah showed us. You can
the special effects you can do with the same kind of basic effects that you can do with Skype. You can do with Google Meets, like little emojis and little backgrounds and things like that.
For us, JoJo, we might make it a Friday girls hangout.
Yeah. Well, no, because there are men. What we'd say.
We call it the Enablers. That's the name of our group.
By the way, just remember, guys, EJT is also open officially. Everyone just talks. It's set up the same in 24 hours. I will reset it every 24 hours. It's open to anybody to just come up and chew the
Which one is
fat, whatever, it's
EGT?
it's not. There's not. We're going to try to get some moderation in there, but right now, when we're not live, if it's not featured on the show, you can go in there and you can use all the nasty words you want. No one's going to care. That's good for Yam Ranch and friends because they can
Michelle,
go.
will you take your headphones off for a minute? I want to talk to your audience, and I don't want you to hear what I'm going to say.
All right.
Go potty. Go potty.
Headphones off.
All right. So, are they actually off? Okay, Red, I get what you're saying, and I get what all of you all are saying. I've heard it from the get-go from Paul and Skynet and Wiggy talking about enabling. I understand enabling. Now, no, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, let's talk to Carmen. Let's get Carmen going. But you know what? Someone said last night, what does Michelle do when she's off live? She sits and watches all these comments. She reads all these things saying, you're nasty, you're a pig, you're this, you're that. Think about this woman's life. She has nothing. She has to create voices in her head so she feels like she has company for fight. It's fucking sad. It is sad, you guys. What is me telling her, hey, you know what? You want to talk to Carmen and fucking Lumi and maybe fucking kumbaya? Go ahead. I don't give a shit. You're not hurting me. You're really not hurting me. You're a poor, lonely woman living alone with nothing. If it makes you happy, who am I to not support it a little bit? Yes, maybe that is enabling, but son of a bitch, man, you guys saw her yesterday. That woman was torn up. I can't. She had that bottom lip shaking. I can't, y'all. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I care about her too much.
I'm sure you'll see it on
And
the screen.
Red, I know you do. Red, I know how much you care about Michelle. And yes, there is something wrong. She admits it. She totally agrees and says she will seek the mental health.
Just put your hand up, and then I can see that we're done.
Put your hand up so you can see.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. I didn't want her to hear. Look, bottom line, she reads everything. That's why the side chat's so important to her. She doesn't read it when she's streaming. She has nothing else to do with her life that she sits and reads. Okay, all right, Red. Thank you. I appreciate that. And anybody else, please reach out. If you have a concern, I don't want people to walk away from this show. I want you
so I can see it in the screen you're done, so I
to just be supportive. So, because we're here for Michelle. We're here because we care about her.
And if you want her to stream more and better shows, you can't have her being manic.
Yeah,
like
she
that.
can't be like she was last night,
It was
y'all.
unwatchable yesterday. It really was.
I mean, we were all upset. Come on. All right, I'm gonna raise my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Poor woman, I kicked her off her own show.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. I hear it.
Oh, you heard it. Good girl. Thank you, Michelle.
No, I heard it. I just put my headphones in just when you didn't win the dinger donger. So I didn't really hear what you said, but
yes, Grizz. Yes, exactly. Yeah, nothing. Just same stuff we talked about last night, Michelle. Just the same stuff we talked about last night. Nothing different. Just nothing you needed to hear again.
What Grizz says. Exactly what Grizz says. There's a difference.
Michelle is the best at laughing at herself. I'm still going to encourage Michelle to eat her donuts for me because I love watching Michelle eat. I fucking love it. I love Michelle can laugh at herself.
Let's try to find a compromise on the food too, because I mean, Carmen is like, I don't want to see Michelle turn into a big giant garbage disposal.
Right.
I don't blame it. I don't blame her on that.
I don't either.
I think like last night, Michelle had one of those cheeseburgers, and that was it. And then, which is fine. I don't know how many calories in that. What, 300 calories maybe? I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about calories. Just
muffin making tonight.
Oh, are you making muffins tonight?
Yeah. Well,
I'm letting
anyway,
it catch up.
The point was
Michelle.
What?
Are you cooking tonight?
Yeah, we're going to be making the muffins today.
Oh, Tiger, I'm excited.
Me too.
I have to drive out to see someone, but I'll be home in the
We're going to start that about 5. It shouldn't take too long to make the mix and put it in the oven. You don't. I bet you anything that pan would fit in a toaster oven. Yeah, maybe. Oh,
It
okay.
probably would, Michelle. That's a good toaster oven. I mean, that toaster oven probably would cook the muffin pan. Is it a 6? It's the one that Miss Dottie or Miss Solo sent you, correct?
Yeah, yes. It's
Yeah, I think that would fit in your toaster oven. That would probably be
like
a
I
lot
said. I
easier
never
for you
tried
to
to put
film.
I never tried to put a 6 muffin pan in it, but I can check that out. It would be a lot more less energy consuming than fire up a big 3,000 watt heater beast. You know, just making for
Yeah.
little muffins. That'd be kind of like little Susie's little you know, easy bake oven, right? If you can make chips in there, I suppose you could probably get a muffin pan in there. I'll check it
You
out.
should be able to, Michelle. Check it out before you start. So, because you're
Oh
going to
yeah,
have
preheat it. Yeah, exactly.
preheat it. Yeah.
Definitely preheat it, because
Neat.
Michelle shouldn't turn the oven on like when she puts in the muffins. That's kind of is a bad idea, because what's going to happen is the oven's going to need time to get up to 350
Yeah. You
or whatever
definitely
the
got to
temperature
preheat
is.
it.
You know, I normally turn my oven on when I start baking. Like even before, when I'm starting to take everything out, that's when I turn it on, just so I know that bitch is preheated, because I hate preheating an oven. Because they're different, right? All ovens are different, and some take forever to preheat. Good morning, Margot.
Well, we did not preheat the last time me and Krista made the food, and the food came out a little bit underdone. The other cupcakes.
You gotta preheat the oven, Michelle.
Just turn the oven on when you walk in the kitchen, Michelle. There's nothing wrong with it being on.
When you read the timer on the packet, that's from when it's hot. If you don't preheat the oven, you're not cooking it properly, because the oven is not at the temperature, is it?
Exactly.
Wait,
especially
you're doing it live, right? She's doing it live, right?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Michelle, would you be willing to do it live with like maybe just Molasses, Tiger, just a few people on a panel that could maybe give you pointers as you were
Well,
going?
the problem is that I'm doing it in vertical. So unfortunately, unless we use Restream IO on my phone.
Yeah, no.
Well, YouTube for some reason wants you to use their software. Otherwise, they don't give you the vertical viewership, as Chris pointed out, because they want you to use their product.
And just remember, with the vertical, like everyone says, that's where, mods are going to be respectful, right? But you're still going to see some comments. When you go back and look at this, I'm not going to delete every comment, right? There are going to be some ugly comments.
Some are funny trolls. You mean?
Yes. Funny trolls are funny.
It's just downright disgusting.
And let's just remember, too, to those who are new here, we don't want to delete everybody's comment. That's kind of defeats the purpose of what this channel is for.
Absolutely.
This channel is meant to be a place where us can get together and learn new things.
Point, Christine.
And that's what it was for. But there are some trolls that just take it way too far. And those are the ones that are, they don't come here to learn. They're the kind of people who like to put ants on their magnifying glasses and see them burn. Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
Jesus, that's a good point. Michelle, when you cook, do you preheat the oven?
Yeah, I usually do. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because you see what Red's saying, if you don't preheat, because I know you follow a timer. Whereas a lot of us that cook, we just look at it and know when it's done. I don't
do
follow
check
a timer
that too.
per se,
yeah.
Unless I'm baking. If I'm baking, I have to follow a timer.
But I think that's what happened with, even though we did preheat the oven with Krista, I think the problem was my main oven may not be most accurate with the temperature, or the time could have been off. So maybe, I know it's a time versus temperature thing. So you're gonna, since I don't have an oven thermometer, I did have one on my wish list. I took it off because they said nobody was donating. I was no buying gifts anymore.
What? You want an oven thermometer, like one that you hang in there? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Or do you want a digital one? Hang on. Why did you take it off your list?
Actually,
What?
Michelle could even use a temperature probe on her multimeter, which also is a Type K
Oh wait, do you
thermocouple.
have one? That's what I was going to get you, is a stick. Do you have a stick that reads the temperature so you know when things are done?
Oh yeah, you mean for like a meat thermometer? You know, it's funny, we
Yeah.
used to have one before Patty
You
tomorrow
have
threw
one?
it out, because we used to have our darkroom supplies. We used to use our meat thermometer for checking the temperature of our liquids, like
Yeah.
waters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a nice one. It was used a standard G13 battery, and it would also measure in Fahrenheit and Celsius, which is great because, like I said, it was for me thermometer.
God damn it! I've missed you, you nasty motherfucker. I have missed the fuck out of you. Okay, sorry. Not you're not the nasty motherfucker. Grizz is. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Michelle. But I have questions
You know
for
what
you
I
about
really
the element.
missed? You know what I
How
really
old is
missed
the
so
element?
much is I really I wanted to get back in the film. As I said, Patty threw all my darkroom stuff out. So I have nothing anymore. I have no more developing tanks, nothing. She threw all that out of me. Of course, my chemicals
Why
now
would
are
she throw
expired.
that out? Why? Wait, you had I used to have a dark room, Michelle. You know how to do pictures?
Yeah, I developed the pictures. I would
Oh.
do is I would load the film tank in the bathroom, and then I would develop them in the film tank, which is a daylight tank.
35 millimeter or 110 or whatever it was.
And I did
What
a
was it
video
called?
showing me developing the film. It's on YouTube. You can't miss it. And I remember the nice smells of the chemicals. You know, it just brings back me
I
my
love
high
those
school years.
smells.
Yeah, it was fun.
They're not bad.
And I still
If you've
got
never
I
smelled
still
them, they're
got the
not bad
negatives.
chemical
The
smells.
problem that I had is two things, because I didn't have a drying agent. I got drying spots on the negatives, but the main problem was I had no way to scan them into the computer. There are inexpensive film scanners that you can get, which I was going to get. But
You don't have
after
a
my
scanner?
injury,
Scanner's
I
super
found
cheap.
out that when Patty threw all my darkroom stuff out, I was like, oh, now I got to buy all new darkroom chemicals, darkroom equipment all over again. And one of the things I wanted to get myself was an enlarger and some photographic paper and trays, because I wanted to get back to being able to do dodging and burning with my darkroom enlarger, not just doing it on the
Okay.
computer, because I love the whole process from beginning to end, from developing film to making the prints in my darkroom, which in this case would be my kitchen, right? Because I would just have to throw down some dark cloth over the windows so that it would be
Right.
pitch black in there. But actually, it's almost dark enough for almost dark enough to develop prints, because they're not as sensitive to light in the paper, but it will fog. So, and when Ed was around, I had no room to do any of that because he was like always underfoot. But if it's just me, I could use my kitchen table to develop the pictures and things like that. Put the developing trays.
We're going off on a tangent. We're going off, Michelle. We're losing people here. I have a question. Can we go back to the element in your stove? How old is the stove in your apartment?
My apartment stove was probably made in the 90s.
Holy shit. How long does it take your stove to reach a temperature of 450 degrees?
I don't know. I never timed it. And I never cooked it at 450 degrees. But it certainly gets hot enough pretty quick at 350.
I don't believe it. Wow. So your oven is guaranteed over 25 years old.
Yeah. No, I would definitely say in the 1990s, it's definitely a 1990s style stove.
Damn, girl. That's you know what? That's a good question, Noah. Do you have an air fryer, Michelle? I never thought of that.
Well, my toaster oven has an air fryer mode, but I never used it.
Wait. No, and do you have a separate? Yeah, exactly. And with Black Friday coming up here in a week or two, we could get you one for. There's some going on sale for $30 at Walmart.
Toaster oven is an air fryer.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just
There you
got to
go.
switch it to air fryer mode. But
Yeah,
she's
you
never used
should,
it.
Michelle, you should really get your magnifying glass or however you see that toaster oven that Tiger Kitty sent you. And when you cook that frozen stuff, you should switch it to air fryer. That's a new.
Much better, Michelle. It really is.
Remember when the microwave came out? I remember, Michelle. I know you remember, right?
Yeah,
It
I
was
remember.
new. The
Yeah.
air fryer is just like the microwave, but it's the
Right, I
this
know that.
generation's microwave. So you really need to try it. I've never actually used it, but I've eaten food from one. Michelle, it's game changing. Seriously.
You don't need oil either, Michelle.
Yeah.
So
Look at the Rainbow Star.
Well, like I said, I never used the air fryer yet. I suppose there are recipes in the cookbook in English and Spanish.
Spanish? Spanish?
did it come with a little cookbook, Michelle? Or
So,
did you
like, the
throw that
point
out?
is I got recipes I can read
That
in
shit got tongue.
English and Spanish, so I have access to both. You know, instructions, and I can read both. So, hey, no problem.
Well, why don't you just read the English ones? You don't need to read the Spanish ones, do you?
It's more fun to read the Spanish
No,
ones. You can
but
just look to the English and
because
see what
I'm
it
trying
says
to
and then read it.
learn multiple
You're right.
languages. I try to use.
Michelle, have
I
you ever
use
tried
try- I-
Duolingo? Have you ever tried the app Duolingo?
Great, bilingual, dual.
No,
Duolingo or
Duo.
bilingual. I try learning to be bilingual, trilingual, quadlingual,
Right.
pentalingual,
Michelle,
sexlingual. Oh, that sounds. This
Michelle,
one's
what
dirty.
no, you're not. Don't be sexlingual, you pervert. All right, Michelle wants to be sexlingual. I think that means she's fluent in
Septilingual,
sexual positions.
multilingual,
Any volunteers to help
nobilingual,
her?
DHlingual. Yeah. The point is, I want to be able to learn a lot of languages because I do.
Michelle, there's a website that you can go to, and it's called Duolingo. I'm going to put it in the Discord for you, and
Okay.
it's free. It's free to use, and they have hearing options. If you don't hear so well, you can make it bigger, and they teach you very,
there
very
you
well,
go. That'd be
Michelle.
cool.
I've used them. They're really good. Really good company. Not as good as, what's that big one that everyone uses? Oh, I've got it. Rosetta Stone. But I enjoyed Duolingo. I think they're good.
And you say it's free to use or
Very free, Michelle. Very free. Yes.
Cool.
Very free. They'll
Because
send you a reminder every day and say, hey, come spend your they guarantee. And it's true. You spend 10 minutes a day on this, you're going to be speaking Spanish in no time. Then you can pick a different language. They have all kinds of languages. You'll love it, Michelle.
I definitely want to learn and improve. I also need to improve on my Italian too. So yeah.
Well, let's start with Spanish. Start with Spanish. Get Spanish under your wing, and then everything else is going to be easier. I'm telling you, because you already have those.
Well, I know
Greek
that.
and
I know
Latin.
Brazilian Portuguese has got a lot of Italian in it too. People don't realize that there's a difference between European Portuguese and Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese. Because 13% of the people of Brazil are actually of Italian ancestry. So if you listen to Portuguese from Brazil, a lot of it sounds like Italian. So if you know Italian, you can go and talk to some people in Portugal or in Brazil and they will understand you.
Oh, is that? Oh, I didn't think about that. I was trying to figure out where the Italian was coming from. You're a little sweet on our hot little new Sarah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. David, that's so nice. I moved into, this is my first time renting, y'all. And this oven, oh dear God, I love to cook. So this oven is.
I started studying Italian when I was in college, and I couldn't find any practice partners. That's the reason why I flunked out of my foreign language requirement. It wasn't because I didn't like the language. It's because I couldn't find practice partners. Now, the technology is there that I could get practice partners. Even AI. Originally, the new ChatGPT was being recommended for studying a language. And when I tried to do it, they kept saying to me, sorry, I can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? Your tutorial shows that you can. Well, apparently not. So, but there's a website that lists me saying, all right, let's have a simulated conversation between me and the simulated person. That'd be great. because that's what I need. Sarah, to my knowledge, doesn't speak Italian. I don't know if she does or not. I know her family's Italian. But a lot of Italian kids, unfortunately, are not taught their native language.
A double one. What's a double? Wait, don't you tell me there's a new Instapot. Oh, dear God. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever's belief in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Judge not, test, be judged. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's beautiful, Daniel. I love that.
Yeah.
Electric ovens raise Yorkshire puddings better. What is Yorkshire pudding, you damn English people?
It's a mix of different
Do you know what a popover is?
things.
Like a turnover, like a fried pie?
No, no.
Okay.
It's like pancake batter, but it's done in like a muffin pan, and they're fried, and they rise up. They're like a dough, I guess. They're delicious.
Sounds good. Well, the reason that would be is because, not because of the temperature, because the natural gas tends to have moisture in it.
Hey,
That's why.
headphones.
That's the main difference, is that natural gas tends to have more moisture from the combustion of
Okay.
fuel.
But I was okay. All right.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can go
Michelle,
through
can
and
you make
explain the
Yorkshire pudding?
entire.
I like pancake batter. Spotted Dick. I bought my son Spotted Dick for Christmas once. I saw it in the store and it said Spotted Dick, and he was like, young, and I just thought it would be a funny stocking stuffer. And we opened it. It's actually like a cake, like a
Yeah, it's a pastry.
yeah. What is Spotted Dick, Tiger? What's in it? Isn't it like dates?
It's like it's got raisins in it. That's the
Raisins.
spot.
That's it. Yeah, it's like it's
It's
like
nice
yeah.
for custard.
I know how to make.
I think the thing that
popovers.
makes it
So popovers.
the
okay,
reason
I
why
got
so many Americans have a problem when you talk about something like that is they get the wrong impression.
I've seen Gordon Ramsay do this popover thing. Wait a minute, that's Yorkshire pudding. Those little things that. Oh, Michelle, that might be too fancy for us to make.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what is the difference between.
Gemini
Oh.
Gem says she makes grilled cheese in her air fryer.
Oh dear God, I
make
bet
hot
that's
dogs,
good.
everything.
Oh yeah.
I've got to get an air fryer.
So just scrolled off here. My
Yeah,
mom
Christine's
makes pork
right.
chops
Oh,
and even
it's
corn
delicious.
shins in hers. Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's a popover pan. These aren't that hard. I was making them a lot harder than they are. Eggs, milk, salt, and flour, butter. I mean, there's nothing to them. Huh.
Yep.
Wow. Look, I learned something new.
I get Planet Moose's joke there.
What's the joke? Hang on, let me read it. Hang
It's
on,
the
I'm
one on the
coming
bottom of the
back.
screen.
Michelle.
I had Spotted Dick once. The prostitute lied and said she was. God damn. Oh, so good. Do you really, David? That's so crazy. I didn't even know. Look, I've heard of Yorkshire pudding. I've just never taken the time to ask and explain it to me, because here in America, when you say pudding,
You think it's something like Jell-O.
right. You don't
Some
think of.
people eat them. Some people put jam on them and eat them as a pudding. But I mean, I don't. I like them filled with gravy and.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's biscuits and gravy, but they're made differently. So I get it. I get what they are. It's interesting how they chose to call, like Spotted Dick or a fat or meaning a cigarette or the Yorkshire pudding.
Right.
It's cool. I love that.
There's a channel with a guy named Jeremy, and he is reviewing a lot of British things, including food, from watching videos.
Wow,
from
wouldn't it
the
be
UK.
nice if you had a bunch of British things to review too? Oh.
Oh.
Bummer. Never mind. Well, we had private ones, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle, did you see what Red was asking you earlier? I had to step away from the computer, but he was talking to you about your element. He's worried that your heating element in your oven, is it glowing the whole time that your oven's on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus, really? See, mine
Well, it
never glows.
glows when it's calling for heat, if that's what you mean. But I wonder if the
Right.
thermostat might be a little bit out of calibration.
So when you have your oven at 350, it's constantly glowing inside?
No, not constantly.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Only when it needs to call for heat. Not
right.
otherwise.
Okay.
I would imagine, I haven't looked, but I imagine the door on your oven isn't even sealed properly if it's that
Oh,
old.
that's a good point.
So what
That's
I
probably where
found
you're
out
losing
in my
heat.
case, if I want to go for 350, I mean 350 is pretty close to right, but then I always kind of underestimate the temperature on purpose, because if I say for, let's say recipe like the pizzas, they say put it in the oven for 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 24 minutes, and I'm like, my oven runs a little hot. So I'm going to turn it down to about 350 instead of 375. Well,
your oven's hot.
Because it
Your
takes,
oven runs hot? That old? Your oven runs hot?
yeah.
That's
So I need to
very
turn the thermostat down a little bit, just like 25 degrees cooler, just to make sure. Because when I did something recipes exactly at the temperatures they said, they got burnt. So then I realized that just turn the oven down. This is like when Cook told me, named Joe Questel, I used to hang out with. He said, this is why you really need to have an oven thermometer, because the oven thermostat may not be calibrated. And if that's the case, depending what you're cooking, you're going to find yourself...
Michelle, I have a question for you. I've seen your oven. It's just a simple electric, $150 oven. You can go get it any, secondhand shop, right? After 18 years of rental, doesn't Jimmy think that maybe he should spend a couple $100 and buy you a new oven? I mean, I'm not talking about the Taj
I don't think
Mahal
she
here.
wanted a new oven.
Oh.
I don't think Jimmy's going to do that. I mean, yes, he did replace one stove in one apartment that was a real piece of garbage, but that's, what he does. I just think my oven just might need to be calibrated, which means that theoretically any appliance technician can do that. Calibrate the thermostat to closer to right. Because my parents' oven in the apartment they live in New Hartford was from the 1960s. And we lived in the 1980s. So about 20 years difference here. So it's about the same period of time. In the appliance guy said, well, your oven's pretty good. It just needs to be calibrated. The thermostat is off by a little bit. So he went in and
there you go. Let's break the oven. That way Jimmy has to get your new one, Michelle.
But I remember us talking about you getting a new oven, and you didn't want one, Michelle. It was like you were attached to that oven for some reason.
Yeah.
Would you like a new oven?
Well, I don't really need a new oven. It was completely different than the refrigerator. Because the refrigerator was just a rusty, broken piece of equipment that was just falling apart. The oven is not falling apart. Yet.
Okay.
Give it about another 10 years
works,
and it'll probably be.
I've always, now renting, I don't have much of a choice, right? But when I owned a home, I had gas, and I like being able to control how much heat is coming out at all times. I find it easier.
Well, what's good in the oven is I used to use the broiler to make my bagels, which works out very well. Because you put them in for about 5 minutes and 30 seconds on broil, and you just get the nice toasty golden crisp top and a nice soft chewy outer sections. So it kind of comes out almost like a crumpet.
Are you talking about sex or food, girl? Because you're getting a little excited.
Sometimes
here.
for me, the two ain't that different.
Michelle.
That was funny, Michelle.
No, actually, it's true. If you ever have a crumpet, they have
Oh shit! What's a crumpet?
something that's like that. They'll actually will do is the opposite. They'll brown the outside of the crumpet, and then they usually leave the inner side softer, so that you can put your clotted cream or jam on it.
I like them dripping with butter.
Oh, are they baked like crackers, but bread? It looks like little squares of like English muffins.
It looks round.
It looks like an English. It looks like an English muffin.
They're like
kind of thing.
holy. They've got like these holes in them.
Yeah, what are those?
And you buy them like that, and you toast them. They're really nice. They're really kind of yeasty, I guess I'd say.
Duffy's crumpets.
I like yeasty. At least in a food form. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the other. Can I buy crumpets in the store? I want to try
the ones I've tried, like I've ordered in America, have been shit.
Oh, okay, I'm not gonna try it.
Yeah.
It's a small griddle bread made from unsweetened batter of water or milk, flour, and yeast. Popular in the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. Crumpet recipe. All right, I'm gonna try and make me some damn crumpets. In the traditional British tea time, crumpet is midway between English muffin and pancake. We use butter, jam, or cream on them. Make it with King Arthur, of course, baking only.
Yeah, you know.
That's cool. I like this. Michelle, I'm very interested. I had no idea England. I know we were talking about Brazil, and I guess because I know more about Spanish food, I had no idea that just right across the pond where JoJo's sitting right now, she can go down to her local store and buy something called a fucking crumpet. I can go down to my local store and buy a hot dog on a roller and a fucking Snickers bar with an icy. I wonder why Americans are so fat.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound so proper, Michelle? Like if you went up to Cumbies and had tea and crumpets. If you had Diet Coke with crumpets. I mean, that's just so fancy. Maybe we could have, oh my God, Michelle. You know what would be
that
cool?
That would be interesting, but sadly enough, our Cumbies doesn't sell crumpets or English muffins for that matter. At least not,
do you still have
not
some of your
baked
English
ones anyway.
Tea? Do you still have some of your English tea, Michelle? We could have like a ladies' tea party.
I do have some tea still, yes. I still have it.
Oh, you could have tea with your muffins when you do your muffins today.
Yeah. You should put them in the air fryer and
well, I never tried
peanut butter
making the muffins in the air fryer, but the thing is we're gonna try to get those baked this afternoon.
That would be bad actually, Christine.
I bet that would be good, Christine. Welcome, Christine, by the way. I don't think I've seen you. It's nice to see a new face.
Now, Gidgey, we've talked about this on the show once before. Try buttered toast with Marmite on it.
Girl, you're killing me. JoJo, okay, so JoJo explained it to me finally.
Spread.
So, Christine, for all of you that don't know, Marmite is an active yeast, I believe.
It's
kind of like
yeast
what
extract.
We call beef stock over here with, I think, some other stuff.
They got something called Bovril, which is out of
Bovril,
beef
Michelle.
bones.
Bovril.
Oh, okay.
Bovril,
okay.
right.
See, Michelle will dip her hands in this stuff and eat it just straight out of the jar.
Yeah.
And then she said she puts it on ice cream and she does this and that.
Yeah,
well, what it is, it's the sour
very
and the
interesting
sweet.
on ice cream. It has a really interesting flavor.
It's really salty.
That's what JoJo said. It is very salty. And she compared it to beef broth, like a beef.
Yes, really American. Strong.
I used to suck on bouillon cubes as a kid. Beef bouillon cubes as a kid.
What, Michelle? What did you say, Michelle?
You know those beef bouillon cubes?
Yeah.
I used to suck on them like candies as kids.
What the fuck is wrong with you, woman?
It is like a beef bouillon cube, but in
wait, she just said she sucks on beef bouillon cubes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
They actually were pretty good that way.
You are a nut. Oh, but she loves Marmite just by itself.
I love Marmite. I'll eat it raw out of the jar like you saw.
Oh my God, a good apple butter.
I got the big squeeze one, and I got the standard 500 gram. Yes, they have a 500
Stop.
gram big squeeze
Stop.
that's just like squeezable mayonnaise, ketchup, and things. And they also have the
Yeah,
slightly
like a
older
sugar
style
cube.
400 gram jar that you saw me sucking out of. I like to squeeze one for some things, like if I'm making like crackers or something, and I just don't want to mess around with the knife. Just squeeze it out.
Oh, now bolios. No, those are not the same as bolios, correct? Like in Spanish
Yeah.
baking, we have there. I bet I bet the bolos are very similar to bolios, and they might be the same thing.
I
but
think
it's
I've
like
seen those. They look pretty good, actually.
Oh, I love that you're Portuguese, man. Portuguese has it's sweet, bro.
Oh, have you ever seen?
Malasada? That's
have you
Hawaiian.
ever seen some of the Brazilian desserts? They have. Okay, just give you a couple of examples. This one thing we might relate to. It's a chocolate, but you roll up in a ball, and then you cover it with chocolate or
Galaxy
sprinkle shots on them. And I've heard that is delicious. I have never tried it yet, but I'm gonna get some. Maybe when I'm with Stan, we can try to get some down there in Bridgeport, and where you got my lunch from, and try out the buffet. I'm willing to risk my life and try some of the Brazilian mayonnaise because I'm just kind of curious.
I'm willing to risk my life. Wait, what?
Because I used to be very badly allergic to mayonnaise, so I don't know if I'm still allergic or not. It's been many, 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 many years since I had it as a kid.
Yeah, I'm sure you've had mayonnaise in things and you just don't realise when you're out eating.
And you eat eggs and you eat oil, and that's all mayonnaise is.
And I eat vinegar. Is a lot of the food I used to like. I mean, homemade sauerkraut that contains vinegar in it, and don't have a problem. It's just a combination usually with the vinegar and the eggs together. That's when the trouble starts. But I think that
Michelle,
maybe
look, go back. You did not make the white deers. You did not do that. You did.
Yeah, I did. Those are last year's. I got a bunch of wood on it, but that's one of these are ears. I can interchange them with either a doe or a buck. So I got that's ears or a buck. That was last year's project. She asked me to build. I've got one standing up and one kneeling down. See,
you're such a good hubby.
She liked it.
Where we call masa. Okay.
You absolutely need cojita cheese, sour cream, and jalapenos. Yes, I also am a cilantro eater. You either love cilantro or you hate it. It either tastes
some
like
people
soap.
actually have a medical
condition. I've never tried cilantro.
Yeah, no, they do. Moose is
It tastes like dish soap. It tastes like so. My dad had that.
Really?
Cilantro tasted like my dad. Cilantro tasted like soap.
That's so wild.
I've heard
God, every
people
time I see that, I get a little wet. Sorry.
I've heard people say that about cilantro.
Yeah, I get a little wet. See, when I hear sweetbreads, I surely do not think of
every time she sees that, she gets a little wet. She's talking about your table, I think.
Oh yes. Sorry.
No, she was talking about my manly goat beard.
Well, yeah, that's what I like to hang on when the sister wife's on the back end. We kind of
Well, there is one other thing that I've heard of, and I can see how easy it would be to make it because they do sell these at the beach at Copacabana. It's beach cheese, as I mentioned before. It's basically cheese on a stick with basil and sometimes dipped in breadcrumbs and is grilled.
Yep. That's all it is. It's just it doesn't even have to be on a stick. You can just put it in a pan, fry it up very lightly. Tiger, I just bought a tin of what the fuck is a twiglet?
Oh my god, I love twiglets.
What's a twiglet?
It's like
that's a little person's penis.
But it tastes like Marmite.
So imagine just taking that, go grab a 8-ounce slab of Cumby's cheese and throw some basil oregano on it, put it in a pan, lightly toast it, and then chomp it down. It sounds good, actually. Toast and garlic.
I thought a twiglet was a midget person's penis. I thought that's what a twiglet was.
I thought it was
No,
someone
it's
that used
not?
to be
Oh.
on this panel. Wait, what? Oh no, that's
Oh, that was
Wiglet. Wiglet. There was
I called
Wiglet.
it that after Twiglet.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I knew it. I knew it was ringing.
I always called her Wiglet.
And I'm sure there are people listening, by the way, that have questions. Michelle has made it clear to me she's not upset with anyone, but she did feel forced into doing things that she's not comfortable with. And I think it's best that we just keep the past in the past and move forward and realize, you know,
By the
we've
way,
all
I
been
have some
friends
good
or whatever.
news,
But
Kitschy, right now. Here's the good news. We
What's
could
that?
use more likes, but we got 20 likes, 30 actively viewing, 245 views. The average viewer engagement is 23 minutes and 55 seconds.
That's over double than
Which is a
normal.
very good for morning
imagine
show.
that. You know what? You know what, Michelle? That means that nice is right.
Yeah.
Are twiglets like pretzels? Good question. It's a long, crispy beef stick. What the fuck's a beef stick?
What?
Beefy
It's
stick.
it's like I guess a pretzel, but it's flavored with Marmite-ish stuff on it.
Oh,
so it tastes like beef.
Do they break apart like Jojo? Does it break apart like a pretzel stick? Do y'all have those over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be interesting to try some twiglets.
Okay.
I like them. That sounds like something I would enjoy.
Didn't I get you some, Michelle?
Cool.
Much more beefy and long than. Okay. All right.
Michelle, didn't I give you a bag? I thought I did.
Wait a minute. I think you did have twiglets. Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember this.
You know what? Noodle says he likes pickles, right? Could you get him some pickle-dilly? Because I wonder if he'd like that.
Oh, I love piccalilli.
Wait, what? Hey, God damn it, you guys. I call myself a foodie.
It's like a mustardy sauce.
Piccadilly.
Pickled willies?
It's a restaurant.
It's kind of
here in
like a
Houston.
combination of pickled and, what is it, pickles and mustard together or something?
Yeah, it's like a mustardy sauce. It's got like chopped up vegetables in it.
Yeah, look at that. Okay.
It's really good on a sandwich.
Oh, I think definitely Noodles might like that.
I know what this is. There is a restaurant here locally. I've had it. It is very good. I've had it on a sandwich. Yes, I know exactly what it is now. Oh, long beefy sticks, baby. We've got biscoitos, which are ring-shaped hard cookie, good dipped in coffee. Oh, I bet. See, now that reminds me of what is it
Biscottos.
on the plane?
Biscottos.
Yeah.
I think we have something similar in Italian called biscotti, which is like it says
That's
biscuits. Yeah.
I should make Michelle a port. Oh, Chris, that would be so fun. That would be so fun to have her try.
And he lives close to her, so he has been saying.
I would so much love that. I would love to try the different food from different countries. This is kind of a Tiger Kitty and I tried to do.
Food, Michelle? You want some Texas food? I could send you beaver nuggets. You've never had a beaver nugget.
The only thing I don't really like too much is barbecued beef.
Beaver nugget? What's a beaver nugget?
I'm gonna send you. I'll get you a care package. You can show everyone what a beaver nugget. I bet nobody in your chat knows what a beaver nugget is. You're gonna love them, Michelle.
No, I don't
They're
know
a
what that
sweet
is.
little corn puff. It's a sweet little corn puff.
You're talking about Buc-ee's. You're talking about Buc-ee's, Gidgy.
I should have known my Moosey would know. I should have fucking known my Moose. That's a real man right there.
I love Buc-ee's brisket sandwich. Sliced brisket is the best brisket I've ever had.
Moosey, now they're doing a double brisket. You can get double meat on it. Oh my God.
No way.
Yeah, we've got one right around the corner. I'm so fucking lucky.
I absolutely loved that meal that Stan brought me. That really filled me up in a good way. I was happy with that.
I want to get back to the beaver nuggets. Are they called beaver nugget? Are they supposed to be the nuts of a beaver?
Well, technically, yes. So, yeah, go.
The beaver is the mascot, and so it's just made after him. And so it's got a picture of their beaver mascot on it, and they're like almost like a Cheeto in a way, but like sweet. Yeah. And then they have cheesy ones. They've got all sorts of flavors. They're really good.
They're addicting. I'm gonna give Michelle the sweet kind of corn ones, the basic.
I mean, that
Regular
lunch
one?
I had from Stan was delicious. It tasted like, I think we did have a prosciutto in it. It was just a small bit
Yeah,
of
but
prosciutto
Michelle,
because it
have
pretty
you
much
ever
was.
had a beaver nugget, Michelle?
You're gonna have a
No, I
beaver
never
nugget
had
real
that
fucking
before.
quick.
They're like a cheesy, or not cheese maybe, but
Corn
a
puff.
a corn puff.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
Let me show you. Here, wait. Can I show something real quick, Michelle, on screen? Can I take over and show everybody? I want to show everybody what Buc-ee's is.
All right. Well, it's already on screen. It's already on screen.
Oh, I can
It's
share.
been on screen the whole time.
Okay, hang on. Buc-ee's. All right, y'all. Look. So Buc-ee's, the concept behind it is it's a gas station. All right, but this is a gas station with approximately 60 gas pumps.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably over 100. It's got a store the size of a Walmart, and no 18-wheelers are allowed. So it's only for people that are driving, right? It is the coolest gas station you'll ever find in your life. They have a smokehouse on location. They make fresh beef jerky, fresh brisket. Y'all, I know people that can smoke, and their
Holy
mascot
smut, you're serious?
is this beaver.
They have a beef jerky bar. A beef jerky bar.
Look at this. Look. Look, hang on. Look, this is the mascot, okay? It's this big beaver with his red shirt and his red little cap on. And they always claim that here are beaver nuggets. Really, it won't let me make it bigger. Damn it. There's a small bag. You can see that's what you're going to get, are some beaver nuggets, Michelle.
Okay.
The
With
beaver.
the cleanest bathrooms in the world, too.
Yes,
they have an attendant waiting for you to come out of your stall, and they go in every single time someone comes out. And
the world's largest convenience store is approved by the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yep. Look at this. The longest car wash, you guys. Look, that's one of their locations. Those are all gas pumps all the way down to, see the sign with the big Buc-ee? From there all the way over to here are gas pumps,
I see
you
the
guys.
sign in the far distance.
their employees make a lot of money, too.
Yeah. You can go cashier there for $25 an hour. It's stupid. They pay. They're great. They really are. But let me show you. Let's see if we can get, there we go. I want to try and get her a picture of the beaver nuggets. But yeah, it's just, Michelle, it is a great big, just ridiculously large convenience store.
It is huge.
They have a full kitchen inside that, like I said, the smokehouse. It's the coolest, funnest place. And they were only in Texas, but now they're branching out into other places. But we'll get you some beaver nuggets from there and maybe a Buc-ee's t-shirt. If you know, you know. Michelle would love Buc-ee's. She would. David
I
has heard
definitely
about
would
Buc-ee's.
love to visit that place. I mean, the world's biggest,
Oh, you
as
would love it.
specified by the Guinness Book of World Records. Imagine if Cumberland Farms did that. Imagine all the things you'd be able to get at Cumbies, right? When you have to go to any other grocery store, go shopping down there, get your milk, get your meats, get your, pizzas.
I have in the past, but not real beaver, just another woman. Tiger Kitty, Gidgey, Sweet Sarah was up till. Oh. She is a very good egg.
Beaver tastes like beef.
Does it really? I see. I would think a beaver would be too much work.
It's very red.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What does squirrel taste like?
Sarah absolutely had a good time last night, and she loves my music. In fact, Red may be rolling with disappointment, but Sarah really does like my music the way it came out.
Red's been amazing. Red's been great today. He's been wonderful. He's been participating and helping and offering advice. Red's been great.
I love Red.
What kind of cheese do you like, Michelle?
Cheddar, mozzarella, American. I like feta. I think I like Gouda. I only had it on the 1 7-cheese pizza. It was good. So I could suspect that Gouda is probably what I like. Gouda.
Michelle, do you like Amunda cheese?
Provolone.
The other day.
Swiss. Oh God. I probably would like a few others. I like Munster. I like some Colby Jack cheese. and I definitely I like a lot most of the cheese. I haven't Parmesan. I don't think I've ever had Limburger. No, I never
Oh, it's
had
not. I don't
or
like Limburger.
Romano. I've had
Give
Romano
me a good
grated, but I
Stilton
never
blue
had it.
cheese. I like the stinky cheese,
I don't like
Michelle.
blue cheese. Blue cheese, I've had to work with it when it was when Friendlies. Blue cheese dressing, yuck.
Yum.
No, some people like it, some don't.
Yeah,
It's
I love it. My son doesn't like it. I like it.
Right. So.
All right, Michelle, I got to go get ready because I got to go run some errands today. But I'm going to be around.
Yeah.
But I love.
I was gonna try to get a nap in before I do any baking, so because I always go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good idea, Michelle. Good idea.
And Michelle, the reason I was saying with the baking, I think it's a great idea if you take a nap and get some rest, and that way you can be all fresh. It doesn't matter what time you start. We're all here. It's Saturday. No one's got to get up early tomorrow.
Just remember one thing, guys. I'm not trying to be rude. It's really difficult to do a panel when I'm baking. Or when I'm on vertical, because there's no way to easily integrate the sounds into the phone.
Right.
It can be done in some cases, but the sad truth is that, as Chris pointed out, YouTube really is just more or less tooting their own horn with the vertical. They're not really.
Then let's make a promise to each other that you're going to check chat before you assume something's ready and turn the oven off. You're going to check chat and see what Tiger Kitty tells you, because I know that I may not.
Oh, I know. I can check to see if the cupcakes are done, or the brownies. The muffins are done. There's a couple different ways. Number one, obviously, see if they rose up all the way. Well, it's a problem.
Michelle, while the other Michelle's here, before you, I know you know how to check, but will you tell the other Michelle before you leave today what you did when you couldn't find? Was it flour? I think. And you replaced flour with cornstarch, was it?
No, she was making icing.
Because we're making.
She didn't have icing sugar.
She replaced powdered sugar with cornstarch, Michelle.
She made cornstarch icing.
Well,
cornstarch
actually,
icing.
what happened? Yeah, pretty much what happened I did not have a recipe for making a frosting using saccharin, so I thought, well, okay, can use a little bit of water and cornstarch and, of course, the saccharin. And it kind of worked, but the cornstarch kind of killed it. Because they do make confectioners saccharin.
It sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it definitely would be,
Flour, raw flour.
It definitely left me wanting. I think it was just... I was disappointed. The sponge was delicious on the cupcakes. The sponge was delicious, but the topping was just yuck.
Yeah. I don't know that. Yeah.
Like doing a Bavarian cream donut and filling it with mayonnaise.
Yeah. No. There you go. Same point. Yes. Yes. It's just not good when she's.
I've got to get on as well, Michelle, so I'm going to go. But very good show. Very enjoyable.
Very good. It was a lot of fun.
Also, Gizzy, if you ever run out of oil and eggs, but you got mayonnaise, you can make a cake with mayonnaise. That was something that's done in the time of World War II. If you ever need, you just
because mayonnaise has oil and eggs in it, so it's a great substitute if you guys are making boxed cake mixes. Add some mayonnaise. Hey, where it tells you to add water, make butter instead of water. It's so much richer. Oh my God, you guys! Add an extra egg, use water instead of butter, and add, I think it's like a half a cup of mayonnaise to your cake mix, and they'll turn out like a bakery cake.
And don't worry about the vinegar in it, because the vinegar will evaporate as it bakes.
Vinegar?
Well, mayonnaise has vinegar in it.
I have a Duke copycat recipe, Gidgy.
No.
I have a Duke. Yeah, from scratch, and it fucking is the creamiest mayo you ever have. And it has apple cider vinegar, believe it or not.
No, I did know that Duke's did. I knew that, look, I'm a Hellman's girl, but I love Duke's. Duke's is for sandwiches. Duke's is for where you can actually taste the mayonnaise. Really? Yeah. Apple cider vinegar? I thought it was
only like a tablespoon and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a half a tablespoon of white vinegar, and then there's paprika, oil, and then one of my eggs. And then I just put an immersion blender in a mason jar, and in 10 seconds you have mayo.
Yeah, my grandma used to make it.
So did mine, Tiger, and I've never tried it. I need to.
No, and it was delicious.
It was so good, but I'm so scared I won't make it as good. I'm so scared. I don't have Moose's eggs. Wait, I just saw a TikTok Moose.
I'll give you the recipe, Gidgy, if you want. I'll email it to you.
No, I seriously do. Yes, please do. Seriously. I really do want it.
Exactly, David. That's the recipe. It was originally created at the time of
And
World
then
War
give
II.
it to me in the Discord.
Okay,
So
yeah.
We're all going to make mayonnaise.
That my wife made. I'll send you a TikTok that my wife made of making the mayo. It's got 1 million views. So
what? My grandma used to do it by hand. I bet yours did you? Do it by hand, mix it by hand, emulsify it. I think it's called.
Emulsify, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Oh, that's so cool. And Michelle, I think you're going to have a wonderful time. Did you have a better show today? Do you feel better?
Yes, I do feel better.
You enjoyed yourself?
And I enjoyed myself today, yes, because we didn't get into all the crazy stuff that we got into yesterday, which was just really stressing.
Right. So everybody, please, Michelle is doing a cooking stream today. What time do you reckon?
It's going to be short. I mean, relatively speaking, it's not going to be complicated. It's just making a boxed mixed chocolate chip muffin.
You know what time roughly, Michelle, so I can be looking at the laptop?
Yeah.
You think like around 6 or 7?
I could probably use my tablet and leave the phone position so we could see the table and then just mount the phone on the tripod.
What time, though, do you think, Michelle? Because I got to go.
I'm going to probably try to get it about 5 or 6 because we also have the regular night show.
Okay.
So obviously the two can overlap because after all, if you're going to be baking, I
just don't want to miss it, Michelle. And I got to go out, so I'll be back by 5. All right, I'm going to go and get on.
So you can be 5 or 6, depending when they wake up from my nap.
All right, I'll be back by 5. All right, have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
All right, panel. So thank you very much for coming, Moose and Molasses. And I hope to see you guys later. I think Molasses went to sleep, but see you later, Moose. Okay, so I do want to get a little bit of a nap in because I did go to sleep pretty late or early this morning. We had a great morning show. Me and Sarah had a great time as well. That's why we went to bed at 4:30. But I want to get a little bit of sleep in. So you might be going to be asking yourself, are you going to go to Cumbies? I don't know, because obviously if I'm sleeping in the sun, it's been getting cold at night, so I don't know if I'm going out after the night show. I really don't have a real reason to go out. I still got a frozen pizza left I didn't eat yet. Oh, you're not going to have time to cook it before the night show. No, that guy's going to go baking at least 5 or 6 o'clock. Right. But if the oven's already 350, why couldn't you shove a pizza in there too? Because we're going to probably see if we can use the tostato for the baking. The toaster oven? Because it's small, conveniently easy, and it doesn't use so much energy. Versus the big oven. Alright, guys. So, everybody, and we had some phone recipes too. We thank you all for being here. And may you all have a nice day. So, let's get the ads running here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
In the summer.